episode of Orsini's Uncensored Mind contains explicit language and adult content. The thoughts and opinions stated on this show are reflective of AJ Orsini, Deceive Dave, and their guests exclusively. Seriously, guys, my dad and uncle say some pretty crazy stuff. If it offends you, go be butthurt somewhere else.
Welcome to Orsini's Uncensored Minds, and now your host, AJ Orsini with Dave.
How about a little old school? How you doing, everybody out there? This is your boy, your main man, your job soul brother from specifically the same exact mother. I, of course, am AJ Orsini, your host of Orsini's Uncensored Mind, and it's been a while since I've been live for all of you. It's been a while since we've been live. As a matter of fact, we took a hiatus for a long time, and we've been back for a while now. Came back in January, but I've been waiting. I've been looking for the right spot for us to come back. As a matter of fact, here it is already in the chat. Jess, long time no see. Sup, player? What up, my man J Rod? What's good? I'm glad to see all the people coming out tonight. I know I got a few messages from people telling me that we're going to join in on all the fun tonight, and I cannot wait. Now, Orsini's Uncensored Mind has roundtables, has discussions all the time on live, or it used to in its previous incarnation, and we're looking to bring some of that back for all the right reasons. They're not all going to be wrestling related. In case you haven't listened to any of the audio podcasts, we've laid down the rules. We've laid down how this is going to work. They're not all going to be wrestling related, but tonight's a special night because it's going to be hella wrestling related because we're here to talk about WrestleMania 40. And don't let the question mark fool you. Every time my wife does that intro, she does it with the question mark. But look, he is here. He's in the house. Deceive Dave is here in the new casa. This man is ground zero for WrestleMania XL. He is in the city itself, Philadelphia. He's ready to go. Dave, what up? Nope, can't hear you.
I was gonna give you the same enthusiasm. What's up, man? Pretty excited.
And we match enthusiasm. Here we go. My stomach actually swallowed up a whole word. That's crazy. That's not a good way to start.
Shit, dude.
And of course, we will not be alone tonight on our journey and down our path to the final exit on the road to WrestleMania. Normally, we have a whole bunch of people on here, but we've had some call outs tonight. People got busy, and they got busy fast. And I don't blame them because it's a big weekend, but the one guy I can't seem to shake. He's
That's
just
opportunity himself.
He's too cool a guy for us not to bring this guy on. He's the soldier. This guy right here, he absolutely is always down for the crown. This guy's one of my best friends in the entire world. Of course, we're talking about the founder, Joe Dove. Mr. Murder is bad.
He comes with his own song. He's evolved.
Didn't we just have a copyright conversation before?
No, that one's fine. It's not his theme
weird.
song. If you notice, it cuts off at the music.
Phenomenal entrance and the whole thing. Hey, Dave, this one's for you. Jess says, "What's up, Dave?"
There you
What
go.
up? What up?
Showing
What's up,
love.
man? All the plugging. I don't think I even need to plug myself. So I'm just going to be like that. Talk wrestling.
I have been relating you on the show for well over 2 months now.
I know, and I'm loving every minute. And it's
All
your
for
turn.
guys. That's the
It's your turn.
misdirect. He's gonna hit you later with something. I saw him
Oh
put
no,
his guard
he's
down.
going to plug. It would be off-brand if he didn't. But
He
Yeah,
didn't
I
say
mean,
he didn't have
I mean, my
to, but
name
he's
is not my
going
name;
to.
it's my brand. So there's always a plug.
So I want to start off the podcast with a little bit of a flex. Okay, for those of you who took the journey with us on the previous incarnation of this show, with the squeaky chairs and the bench that hurt my ass, and the fucking high chairs that was giving me hip dysplasia, whatever the case may be, ladies and gentlemen, finally your boy with the gamer chair, he's good to go. And Pombo with the we're twinning
We're
yet
twinning,
again
baby.
with the Pombo with the chair. Your boy's ass has never been more comfortable.
Yeah.
He's ready to go for this podcast because I don't know how many podcasts live we did where I would just sit. I was doing the preparation H stuff.
Oh,
I actually have
bought
two.
himself a hemorrhoid donut. That's what he
I
did.
actually have two on this chair because I have two chairs just like this. Again, not flexing, right? But here I will take you guys. I'm going to pull the curtain back just a little bit. Attached to my chair is a desk.
Ooh.
And
Oh,
because it's attached to the chair, when I move, so does my desk. So I
wow.
have full mobility. If I need to go get the remote for the TV, I just slide my fat ass over
Wow.
and go get the remote. It's a wonderful, wonderful deal.
Man.
Before we get underway with all this stuff going on, Joe,
Yeah.
how the hell are you doing? What's been going on with you?
Man, what a world we live in.
Last time we saw, previously on
Previously, when you were
we
dealing
saw
with Joe Dove.
we saw you on the 5th anniversary finale. I had
Yes.
combined the two. You and Steve had joined us. A lot's happened since then. You want to catch us up? What's been going on with you?
Yes, I moved as well. I now have like a home. It's weird. I pay a
and the
mortgage.
best perk, you got a special room that you're in.
I do. I have a podcast room. If you are excited about doing your own podcast, you can actually come by, hit up Tubi. I know I said I wasn't going to plug myself.
Yeah, there it is. I told you.
Yes, the insert media
And
company
boom
now.
goes the dynamite. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I actually have a whole studio in my apartment that I own. It's a condo, and it's local. We're right across. We are stone's throw away from the amazing New York City. And we're right in New Jersey. We love the food here. We go to Food Garden. We get good food. I've lost 27 pounds since I've last seen you. Yeah.
Well, apparently not all murder is bad. Just murdering those LBs.
That's right. I've been murdering that fluff. Let's see. I have a dog now because it's been a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You live in
And
life, bro.
I got a car. I think I always had a car, but and now I work in Midtown Manhattan, where where the world is moving fast. And of course, I started another podcast with a man in Australia, and we have
Of course you have.
of course, yeah, you know how it goes. Hey, you're friendly. Let's be friends, you know. So this guy is amazing. His name is Jason Hatswell. He's known as VHS Jason. We started a Star Trek podcast and we added another Jason. So it's the Joe, Jason, and Jason, not a law firm, but a Star Trek podcast.
Joe Jason squared.
Joe Jason squared, yes. So the three of us are co-hosts to the Captain's Quadrant. We talk about Star Trek every Friday. And then I said, you know what? To Be Seen needs love. So I started some revamping and we have a whole new look. Thanks again to that Australian man, the magic man himself, Jason Hatswell. We have a secret coming out that'll be amazing.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna leave you in suspense on that one, but it involves some mutual friends of ours. And,
okay.
and tonight we premiere a new Shedding Light. It's one of our new shows on the channel where we shed light on different shows, an after show special, and we're doing Ghosts. So we're checking
the television show,
the American version.
Okay. American.
We're having a blast.
All right.
It's a busy
That's
man.
awesome stuff, man. Of course, check that out at To Be Seen.
Yeah. Captain's Quadrant. If you look over here, I have a scrolling plug. Every time we get somewhere, I scroll subliminal messages.
Learn to automate his plug.
Yeah, really.
He has mastered the plug so much that he no longer feels that he needs to physically plug all the time. He now has a plug aura around him.
Yeah,
Plugs.
Exactly. Plugs.
At his funeral, they'll have on
Please
his
subscribe.
casket sponsorship, like and subscribe, and please ring the bell for notifications.
Yeah, exactly.
On my death, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, Dave, it's been a while since you and I have talked. It's been about a week since we did the last show, and I was feeling the cool breeze of the southern New Jersey air in my hair. But uh, I know that you specifically are geeked because this is your first WrestleMania
Yeah.
that you're going to be attending. Joe, we're,
Oh
we-
man.
we're the veterans. We've been there.
Yeah. I went to
We've been there.
WrestleMania 10 when I was a
Listen,
tyke.
hold that thought. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you said that because I'm
Yeah.
going to go ahead and use that when we get toward the end there, WrestleMania 10. We're going to come back to WrestleMania 10 when we get toward the end. For some reason, maybe you can help me with this. My Facebook comments are coming up.
Yeah,
Facebook.
that's one of the well, so what happens, one of the updates that this amazing program that you and VHS Jace both introduced me to have little tweaks that they need to retweak because now all the Facebook comments just come in as Facebook user. You don't know who they are. They're all mysterious anonymous beings that bring
It's funny
joy.
because I have it up on my phone, but on my phone it tells me who it is.
Yeah, that's
Well, I'll
because
go
you're
ahead.
on your
Yeah,
Facebook app.
I'll go ahead and give the proper Mike Cook with the AJ Orsini. Polgreen, looking healthy, bro. Alexander Polgreen. I'm assuming that was for you, considering
thank you.
you went ahead and
And drop
shared
some
with us.
LBs.
You're out here murdering the exercise game right
Yeah,
now.
because if you look at my old videos, I used to have this extra chin.
Okay.
I think I got rid of
All
that
right.
son bitch. And I have of course, the Chrome Magnum Man back of the head, and that's gotten smaller. So very
Well,
excited about that. And
you've shrunken. You've lost weight in the cranial region.
yeah, my face is doing it.
That's a rarity.
Yeah, I gotta do everywhere else. My legs
I
actually
keep
got
telling
smaller.
people fat
too.
dysplasia. You don't know where it's going to go.
Yep,
or
it's
where
so
gonna
bizarre.
defeat.
It's so bizarre.
Oh
Yeah.
man. So Dave, this is your first WrestleMania.
First wrestling.
And you gave me kind of a small little wish list of things because it's in 2 nights. So we may or may not get when you think ahead about planning for WrestleMania, you may or may not get it on the night that you're going to unless you got dual tickets. But on a scale of 1 to 10, now that we know the card, now that we know what you're getting for your money on night 1, scale of 1 to 10, how stoked are you for this WrestleMania?
I mean, I said it before, to be honest with you, the last time we were on here, I said that for what I was getting, anything else would be a bonus. And when you sent that card, I kind of hit the fucking
Hold on.
jackpot.
You mean when you mean anything else was a bonus? You mean because they named the tag match the main event of
Well, I
night
just
1?
mean the things that I was like really excited for. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of things that I'm excited for, but for the stuff at the time that we knew we were getting,
Right.
I was fine with that. Anything else was extra. There was a few things that I said on there last week that I wish I got, but when you actually sent the card over, I said, "Well, I just fucking hit the jackpot." I don't think I. The only thing that I miss is the one that we knew I wasn't going to get because we knew it was on the second card, and that was Drew.
Okay.
I wasn't
Right.
gonna. I mean, it was on the second night.
Right,
I
right,
already
right.
knew we weren't gonna get Drew, so I was like, all right. But aside from Drew, I literally got everything else. Plus, in spite of not getting Drew, I'm getting Lil Wayne instead. So
And Meek Mill. And Meek
fucking
Mill. Don't
take
forget
it.
about Meek.
I didn't
Yeah, they
see
did
Meek
announce.
being there. I know on social media that they said they were gonna do something.
He had they gave him a commercial on the show.
And they gave him a
Yeah.
commercial, but I don't know if that was just it. So if he's there, that'd be dope too.
Yeah.
But I did see Wayne is gonna be there, so we're
Yeah, hanging
good.
out with Oos.
Hey, listen, that's gonna, dude, so good.
So Lil Wayne's gonna be not just being there, but apparently he's debuting the new single
Debuting
off
the new
the new
song, yeah.
album.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be hearing new music live and in the building. So it's gonna be crazy. Joe, how
Yo.
many WrestleManias have you been to?
Okay. So I went to 10. I went to the one that Becky Lynch won. She won the
Oh, that
belt
was
the first time.
25.
I think you were there too.
Yes, I went to that one. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And then I went to one where I think Hulk Hogan won. So
Fucking one. Jesus.
yeah, it was a long time. I was little.
Your order's fucked there.
Yeah. The first one I went to, I was real little. It was at Madison Square Garden. I think it was like I might have went to the first one.
I was just gonna make fun of
Yeah.
you.
I was like, I think I might have went to the first one.
For
'cause it was
counting
so-
the ones that you don't remember because you were a child, and then I just thought back on the fact that now my son is going to his second WrestleMania and he's 9. So I
Yeah.
I guess it is what it is. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know my son's not gonna have any 37 memories.
No.
If I asked him right now, he probably wouldn't. I'm pretty sure he'll have 40 memories though. 'cause
Oh
there's-
yeah, for sure. Like I remember 10 vividly.
No, well, you were
Hey,
there for the
man.
ladder match, of
I
course.
was
Yeah,
fighting
the
for my
ladder
daughter
match,
to get this
Brett
one.
versus Brett Owen.
Hold that. Listen, brother, you just giving me all the segues in the world.
Oh,
I'm getting too
segue.
excited. I'm shaking my little flimsy
Yeah,
little
your
chest
camera's
now.
shaking like crazy, bro.
I'm just so excited. Okay, so so let's kind of get into what the main course of the evening here is. We're talking about WrestleMania 40. We'll throw in some more personal stories as we go along because I think this particular WrestleMania, and I know people are going to say, "Well, AJ, you're going to this one," even though it's my fourth. My order goes, excuse
Oh,
me,
nice.
29, 35, 37. The two in MetLife, and the 37 in Tampa,
Oh,
which
wow.
was the post
COVID.
COVID one.
Yeah.
And that happened by accident because we were everybody was locked up for like a year and a half, and we just wanted to go somewhere to get the fuck away from our home,
Mm.
and we just decided on Florida because that's always our safe spot. We love going to Florida, and the week that we booked it, that was about a week or so after we booked it for a specific week in April. They had announced that they were going to do WrestleMania in Tampa during that.
Wow.
So I looked. My wife was like, "You want to go? Do you want to go? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, we're gonna be there already." So
Yeah.
so we went. We went for night 2, which was dope for us because night 1 was the one with the rain delay. And
Oh.
so we were straight. This is coming in from the comments. Hi AJ, and I'm looking at my phone. Narissa, sorry Narissa, I don't know what's
It's
going
a
on,
StreamYard glitch. It'll
StreamYard,
be fixed
but
in
I
a
can
couple
see it on
years.
my phone, so I know who's commenting what. So so even though I'm going and it's my fourth, people are gonna probably side my excitement to the fact that I'm gonna be there. But correct me if I'm wrong, but this WrestleMania does have a different vibe
Oh,
than it
yeah.
has in a while.
Yeah.
Um,
This
and I know that people are going to look at The Rock and say, "Well, The Rock," but I don't know because
The Rock
I
hasn't
think I
been
would
like
have,
this in a long time.
I think I would have been equally excited even if The Rock wasn't going to be there.
I
To
was
be
still
honest,
gassed before The Rock. I
yeah,
was hearing that he
Yeah.
was coming at some point. We didn't know when. I actually
He's a
think we got a lot more Rock than we were gonna get.
he's a
yes,
But
fucking boss.
but
For real.
I think once Rock came back into the fold and started to get feel that vibe that's backstage and how everyone is just like, yeah, we're doing big business right now. I think he got motivated, like, oh, wait a minute, this feels familiar. Everybody
Mhm.
here is trying to make some
but
money.
I
Let's
mean,
get,
he has a very big ventured interest in this.
Yeah,
well
he's a
now that he,
fucking owner almost.
well, he's
So
one of
wrestling
many
goes.
board
Yeah,
of
he's
members.
a board. I mean, when you get on a board, you put a lot of money into the business. So it's not like, he was like, I'll give you $20, because then I would be on the board. But The Rock put money into this and into the Endeavor project. So this is big time for him. It's got to be
Mhm.
elevated to another level so that it can be big pockets money. So you can buy all those fucking cow sweater vests. Those are important. That
The Versace sleeveless.
the Versace
Where
sleeves, baby.
where were you going with that, Dave? You were trying to say that
No, I'm just saying
that we got more Rock than
like
we thought.
before The Rock even came in, I've been gassed. I mean, we talked about it before on the a couple weeks ago, not a couple weeks, or maybe like around when we first started, that it really is starting to feel. I don't know what the direction is backstage, but either the wrestlers are being given like a guide and then the wrestlers are able to kind of take it where they want to go,
Right.
or the writers are working directly with the wrestlers now. Something is closer.
Finally.
It feels like I'm getting more personality from the wrestlers than I was ever before. They all
Right.
sounded like robots and it was very boring. And sometimes the style of what they were performing clashed with who they were. I don't know, but it feels so much better. Even the shows like Monday Night Raw and like SmackDown with their own respect, I mean, are much more enjoyable to watch. Even the lower card matches, I'm like interested somewhat in those, but the story that's around them and everything, I'm not even thinking about The Rock until he shows up. And then it's just like, oh shit, The Rock's here. What's going on?
I think I can pinpoint that moment you were mentioning before because I remember if you remember back, we had just started the podcast back up about early January we were coming up to the Royal Rumble, and we were saying about the Royal Rumble. That's when we got our first clue that Mania might be lit, because I don't know who wins the Rumble. There was like
Yeah.
5-6 different ways that it could have went, all of
Tons.
which would have been money.
Yeah.
And just before the Rumble, that's when Rock had returned.
Yeah.
It was like, I want to, you start
Sit at
talking
the head
about
of the
the head of the table,
Yeah.
and all this shit all started happening around January, around Royal Rumble time. So me personally, I started getting the vibe and the voodoo then, and I was like, this may be a really good WrestleMania. There's a lot of goddamn star power right now in
Mhm.
WWE right now, and it's getting interesting. It's getting really, really good. One second here. Oh, I already showed that. Okay, cool. So WrestleMania 40. This is probably not going to work out well for me tonight because I'm getting way too animated and this desk is moving. WrestleMania 40 XL. This is another anniversary type of event, right? 10, 20, 30. There's a 25 in there, 40, obviously 50 will be huge. Are there any feelings amongst the fans? Are there any feelings in this room about this WrestleMania being the first without any member of the McMahon family having any kind of role at all whatsoever
Well, I just
with
want to
the
lead off.
actual show itself?
I just want to lead off. Sex trafficking is bad.
Okay,
Okay.
whoa. Did you put that in there with the murder stuff?
Yeah, it's
Sex trafficking
Oh,
also
shit.
bad.
Also
They're both
bad. This is-
S tier bad.
yeah, their S tier is bad on
Oh.
that one. So yeah, they're all taking a nice big step away, and I think that the business is in good hands. They got Hunter is still very involved, and he was the butter to the bread, if you ask me. And him and The Rock working together probably is pretty good money. That's why I'm in WrestleMania green right now in my podcast studio,
Yeah.
because it's money, baby.
Dave, do you think, because I think Joe just hit on there with Triple H, we were starting to vibe on Triple H's version of the WWE for a while there, and Vince just kept, like, you would think he's gone, and then he'd poke in, and then he'd gone and poke in. It took a scandal, but finally, we live in a world where even if Vince wanted to, he doesn't have access to this.
No.
Triple H is completely
Mhm.
in the driver's seat of all of this. Does this, in your opinion, and you can be honest about this, does does the idea that there are zero McMahons, more specifically, honestly, Vince, that will be at this show, do you think that taints the legacy a little bit of WrestleMania? And as a follow up, we now know that there probably never will be again a Vince McMahon influence. Are we heading in a positive direction or a negative direction with these shows now?
I haven't missed a single Raw or SmackDown
Same.
Same.
since the
I'm sh-
Rumble.
Yeah.
I
Does
haven't.
that
I have
answer
been
your
glued.
fucking question?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
It's
It's dude. Even during the time, like a couple eras back, even maybe like slightly before COVID, because I tried to come back during COVID, and unfortunately, it had nothing to do with the content. I couldn't do the empty room. It just was weird
Oh
for
yeah,
me.
yeah.
you
But
didn't like
I
those
tried.
faces looking back at you in the TVs?
Dude,
The
it's
dome.
so it was so
The
I tried.
dome.
If
The
anything,
dome.
my respect for the wrestlers in that era was at an all-time high, but I just couldn't physically support. I was there emotionally, but I could not watch that. But anyway,
I'm with you guys, but I gotta
and
watch
and
something else.
and I could remember just constantly one of my biggest thing and seeing all the time is Vince is booking, Vince is this, Vince is in the way. People have handcuffs, they can't do anything, yada 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 yada. And it cannot be ironic that the moment this situation happens, we're now at one of the best, could be one of the greatest WrestleManias that's gonna happen. It's short. It's a short amount of time, but if we keep going in this direction, yeah, it'll be nostalgic
You
at
think we
best,
build
but
from here, like a whole new legacy now, like a
Yeah.
post McMahon kind of WWE now, and maybe this adds to your point. WWE has become. I put it like this: Vince always loved the idea of the brand, right? The WWE brand, the logo, it meant everything to him. And what is the ultimate irony? Jesus Christ, was that Kane? All right, hold on. What is the ultimate irony that the brand he created justifiably outlives him now? because
just
now
like his
he's out of
dad.
the picture, he's out of the way. But that bread is about as strong as it's been in a long time,
But that's
even
what
without
kept
his
it.
hands in it.
Yeah, but that's what kept it in his hands. If I'm being honest with you, this
Yeah.
shit should have been dead. With the content he was giving people, this shit should have been dead.
Right.
But
He
he's a
was living a
businessman.
legacy for a few years
But
there.
he's a businessman and he's smart, so he knew where the dollars were coming in from, and that's who he targeted, i.e., PG era, all that shit. He
Right, right,
kept the
right, right,
business not even just afloat, but it skyrocketed because that money is coming in, and that's all that matters.
which is probably why he's, I think, a particular savior who
But the
came
content
through.
suffers. So if you sat through all of that, if you sat through all of that till today and followed, you are a true blue wrestling fan. But that shit should have been dead. But considering where we're going and how it's been showing and the way that we talked about it with the Netflix thing, what I'm anticipating happen,
Oh man.
Rock is showing that we're moving in that direction. It's going to be a culture shock in the back, but that's okay. We have a year for people to kind of catch up. We're moving in the right direction, man. And I couldn't be more excited for wrestling.
And it's not even
I can play it again if you want.
one more time because it's awesome. The meme with the Goku hair and
Yeah.
oh my god, there's been so much movement as far as behind the scenes, but as a lot of you guys have said so far, the creativity has definitely jumped up a notch. We're getting to know more about the individual behind the maneuvers, behind the matches, and we're going to divulge into a lot of that here tonight. So let's go ahead. Let's get into the meat of the matter here, and let's start off, obviously, numerically with night one. Now, here's the thing. I don't specifically know the match order, so we're going to be going through these matches. I just randomly put them in a specific order. The only thing that I knew about night one is who was closing the show, and it was announced who is opening the show. Other than that, we're just going in a very non-specific order. But let's start off with night one, and of course the opener that I didn't even know it was going to be on night one, but I'm super excited that it's also the opening. Lynch, the man, at WrestleMania 40. This match will be the opening match.
That's crazy.
And I can't listen. Becky Lynch went to the school, dude. Becky Lynch went to the school. She went to the school of Rollins. It's very, very simple. If I ain't on last, put my ass first.
Yeah.
Because
If you're not first, you're last. Shake it.
That is when the crowd is absolute hottest. And I don't know this. I know this person's not calling me out. Yes, you do, liar. He's doing it in the exact order. Dude has the match list. No, no. First of all, that was
Throwing
Brandon
you
Lewis.
out, dude.
That's Brandon Lewis. I'm gonna
Hey,
put it on the floor right here.
Brandon.
That's Brandon Lewis who wrote that. I went by the wiki lineup. Don't play me. That's not a guarantee. That's not a guarantee. Okay, I went by the wiki lineup. I just did it in the order because I was pressed for time. Okay. But this particular matchup here for the WWE World's Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley, who won the championship at last year's WrestleMania. She has this would be a completion of one full year as the WWE World's Women's Champion, and she's going against an individual she has yet to face one-on-one, and that's the man Becky Lynch. Dave, you wanted to see Rhea. You got Rhea. Unfortunately, tied to that positive note is your arch nemesis, the man. the burial.
I was gonna say, didn't she like piss you off because she buried
buried Bianca?
Yeah, buried Bianca.
And my girl's been fighting uphill ever since then.
Yeah, like
but
she.
damn it, we're gonna make it up that hill eventually. But for right here and right now, it's crazy too because years back when she was a part of that group, she was one of my favorite people. I loved her. She was my absolute favorites. Fast forward, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to try to shit on her legacy and all her work. She's definitely put in the work.
No.
I think it's just because there's not a lot of higher end female talent right now. I'm not going to probably get killed for that, but like at Rhea's caliber, I don't see a lot of people. This match doesn't make sense with certain people right now. So this is going to be a good match. I'm going to enjoy it. If there's one thing Becky can do is create a good match. I just hate the storytelling up until this point. That's all. I'm good for the match. I just hated the whole, almost as if like Becky was trying to earn her right for the match, which is fucking weird. I don't know. I don't get the storytelling on this one.
That's Brandon again. He's claiming I wrote the wiki. It's not true. Not
Brandon's
true
a funny
at
dude.
all. And of course, we're running up that hill. No
Run
doubt
up
about
that
it.
hill.
Goddamn placebo
Yes.
and Kate Bush. Joe,
Yo,
let me ask you a question.
ask me
you
away.
and you be real with me here.
Always real.
Are we experiencing some Becky Lynch fatigue?
Oh,
Are we getting? Because I've heard the people. AJ's always got his ears to the grindstone. He's heard the rumblings. Oh my God, not again! Here we go again.
she's not winning it.
She's become the Okada of WWE wrestling. She's in
Oh,
every title match every year.
oh man.
Are we experiencing some Becky Lynch fatigue here? Because I actually was digging the big time Beck stuff.
Yeah.
I was digging it, and then we're back to this. So I don't know what happened. There was a metamorphosis, there was an evolution, and then there was a de-evolution. I don't know what happened here. So are we as an audience? Are we starting to get to that point where I'm good with Becky? I'm straight.
No, as long as Becky's there, I'm happy. I always love
Oh, you're
seeing
happy.
Bex.
See, Joe's happy.
I'm
Yeah.
always happy with Bex.
I'm
Big
not
time Bex is
upset.
like even though she was the ladies Brock Lesnar for our
The ladies Brock
He's a
Lesnar.
lady.
Oh,
we got a
easy,
black
easy,
champion. Oh,
bro.
it's
Don't put
Becky.
easy. Don't put her name on that. Don't put her name on that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because
Yeah. Don't taint
I
her
forgot.
name, buddy.
You can't
No pun
you can't
intended.
mention him
Don't
either.
taint her
Yeah.
name.
Don't taint it. But I believe I read somewhere, or you might have said on your podcast, one of those two things wormed in my ear that her contract may be up soon. So
No, that was not me.
Oh, that was not you.
I haven't mentioned it yet, but yes, you are
Yeah.
correct. Seth's is also up coming up.
Yeah.
This summer, so yes.
So the two of them might take a nice siesta somewhere with their little baby, make another baby. Who knows? But for
Don't-
sure,
Listen, as a parent of one child, I didn't make that mistake twice. Okay, you have to weigh all your. I don't have the bank account.
I was going to say the two of them are doing well. She got a book out. Like,
Oh yeah, that's where her money's coming from. The book.
you'll be surprised. People love reading books. They love that.
It is available on Audible and Kindle for those available.
And if you like people talking to you, like this podcast,
you enjoy
can
people
also,
talking to you. There you go.
To you, yeah, exactly.
so you have options, Yeah, and people eat it up. Audible is a huge company that's not going anywhere. They merged with Amazon for a reason. So for sure, Bex, I don't think there's Bex fatigue because I know that I tried to get tickets to her book signing and that shit was sold it out before I could even
sold it out.
Sold it out.
Numbers don't lie, baby.
Yeah, so I don't think there's a fatigue at any point. I wouldn't call it fatigue. Becky went from being the women's division to Steve Austin to a generic babyface. Oh yeah.
Well, to be fair,
Is that Brandon again?
Was still Brandon. Yes.
Why did he just be in here?
Hey, if Brandon wants to join, I got no problem sending him a link right now. But I just didn't want to bother him with this. I know he's off doing some other stuff. But that's actually a really good point. But I also don't necessarily think it's her fault that happened. When Becky started the man, it did seem like she was an up and comer because at that point she was always a mechanic. She was a good wrestler, but she hadn't really ascended to any real points in her career at that. Even though she had been champion, the title reigns didn't really feel the same. Remember, she's the first SmackDown Women's Champion of all time. But when she started that, it was kind of a revolution, and it felt like she was kind of going against the grain a little bit, and she felt like she was, rising up and in spite of management, and it did feel very Steve Austin like. But much like Steve Austin, when you're the underdog and you overcome and you succeed and you reach the top, you're not underneath anymore. You're not an underdog anymore. There's no one for you to go against. Like Punk said to Cena, you are what you hate. You have become the New York Yankees. You're on the other side of things.
That's because he's from Boston and his.
But it's one of those things where that's what I meant by the fatigue of it, because there's only but so much time you have on top without changing things up. I mean, look at the Undertaker school of thought, right? It was either dramatic tweaks or minor tweaks, but there was always something evolving about him that gave him his longevity.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of performers today, it's very hard, especially in the WWE, because every, I don't want to say territory, but there's different sections of this country where things work here, but they wouldn't work there. And you
Mm-hmm.
have to find, when you're a WWE superstar, you have to find something that is universal that you can use anywhere and it gets over. It's extremely hard to find that. There are people who get signed to WWE, they spend 4 or 5 years, they never find it, and then they get released. So to find it and to be successful at that thing, it's very hard to get away from that one thing because it's proven, that it works. And it's very, very difficult sometimes to get around that. The greats find a way to make that work. And that's why I was leaning more towards the big time Beck stuff, because that was the heel run, that was different. She had the heat, especially from people like this guy over here.
Because she
where it was-
squashed him. No,
she
she murdered him, Rock.
She
She,
beat that woman like she was back on the plantation. Boy,
oh my God, it was terrible.
She put that one through the mat, and then Bianca beat her, and he goes, "No, that still doesn't no," because they had the rematch. What was it, WrestleMania?
Right.
And Bianca beat her, and my brother was like, "No."
No, because Bianca had to fight to beat her. It wasn't like a Bianca squash.
Yeah,
And Bianca's so damn strong. Like, I agree with Dave. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm actually 100% on your side because, part biracial child here. Once I see someone of my family color.
American man myself.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, happy tune sweeping to you guys.
Happy what?
Tune sweeping. You guys are also part
Nope.
Chinese.
Nope.
So
we're Chinese enough to not know.
Clearly, he missed the last episode.
Yeah,
I know it's very minute. I paid attention to that episode. That's why I brought it up. Actually,
holy shit!
Yeah,
I
I gotta
literally-
be racist, right?
I literally did
No.
an hour and a half on
Look
this
it
show.
no, because you had difficulty. Becky went from being a badass to saying Rhea Ripley's a bad influence on women.
I think Dave said it best. Not all of this made sense leading up to it.
No,
but
it didn't. I mean, you can't squash
Imagine
Bianca
Austin
in 2
telling The Rock that
seconds
he
and then
shouldn't be-
sell me that you're fighting up and that you have to go through others to get it. Just doesn't make sense. So the match, I think, is still going to be good because they both can perform. I just don't like the story. That's all.
Imagine telling The Rock that he shouldn't be champ because little boys watching will be influenced by his heel tactics. It's a different audience, though.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't the Attitude Era audience. When I was a kid in the 90s, yeah. If Stone Cold would have told The Rock that, I'd have been like, ha, gay. I'm not doing that. But it's 2024. We're living in a hot boy summer era.
Mm-hmm.
So for someone to go, yeah, you're a bad influence, the audience goes, you know what? He's absolutely right.
You are a bad influence, son of a
Person
bitch.
is a bad influence. It's not May 19th, is it?
No.
Okay, all right. I think it's the air
Tune
conditioner
sweeping. I told you. That's
fucking with my electricity over here.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's got me on my goddamn toes. So I think Dave said it the best. I mean, it's going to be a dope match, like he said, but the build up, not so much. As far as a dope match, but the build up, not so much. Sami Zayn, and you want to talk about shitty build up. Hold up,
Ugh.
but I have an issue with this match for something that has nothing to do with Sami Zayn, which is I think the clearest message that I can give. I don't dislike Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is A-okay in my book. Chad Gable was in a fabulous position to be in this match, but I'm not even saying that that's the match that I wanted.
Oh.
The real match that this was supposed to be was Gunther and Brock Lesnar.
Oh, that's right.
That's the match we were supposed to have.
And then the sex
because of a little PP.
Oh, not a little one, apparently.
Well, I mean, there was a few JPEGs, maybe even a few videos. High quality, of course, because I'm assuming they have the best phones you can have.
iPhone 15, baby, Max Pro.
I hate the fact that a little bit of urine got in the way of this, but we don't have the matchup that we were looking for here between Gunther and Brock Lesnar. But all jokes aside, there was something that fell in their lap here with Chad Gable. And I feel that this is unfair to Sami Zayn because I actually think Sami Zayn is better in the role that they're portraying here with the underdog. Because Sami Zayn, in my opinion, is one of the best fight from underneath underdogs in WWE history. He's one of my favorites. I've seen them all. He's one of my favorites. I love the way he does it. I love his fire up. He's a great promo. I love all of that stuff. But that Chad Gable story was on the money, and the timing
Mhm.
seemed right. The video with the little girl crying, he made my
Yeah,
daughter cry, and all
that's
this other
got me,
stuff.
man, and I don't
And
even
then
have
they
to.
made Chad Gable the last guy in the gauntlet, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, this
I
is
was
gonna
like,
be
"You're
it.
not gonna
This
do
is
it,
gonna be it. And then fucking Sammy just beat him. That's it. And I went, oh man. The outcry was so much that they actually started using it on the programming with Sammy now doing something with Chad Gable, with the coaching and you need to get your seriousness back. We need to see the old Sami Zayn come back. Joe, where do you stand with Sammy in this matchup with Gunther? Is this a matchup that you're looking forward to?
So
Is it the one that you're settling for because now
no,
you know what you could have had? Where do you stand on this?
so I think, because of a little yellow, we didn't get the match that we were promised, the prince that was promised from the Royal Rumble.
Yellow.
Mellow yellow, because that build up in the Royal Rumble was dope. We did that perfectly. But then, of course, the allegations and everything that happened, so they had to alternate. And of course, like you said, these things have to change. You got to roll with the punches and get to what's real.
Yeah, it wasn't our number one option on the table,
No.
but we we'll figure it out. Well, don't worry, folks. We'll find more pea puns along the way.
Yeah, exactly. But I got to tell you, I really like Sammy. I like his work ethic. Don't like his entrance theme. I that shit is garbage. But I
Not
absolutely.
digging the ska.
Oh no. I like ska. I'm a big Police fan, but like somebody told me once, it's like ska is the type of music that plays in a fat kid's head when he's getting Taco Tuesday.
Wow.
So yeah, it's like
I think this might. So we're only 52 minutes in. I think this is the most offensive show yet. Let's get it done.
Oh, you brought me on. What do you
let's-
expect?
Let's get murder is bad. That's it.
Let's get Murder is bad. He's gonna say some mean shit at some point, and here he is. Oh, you fat kids, being that I'm one of them. But there's something.
That's Brandon Lewis again, by the way, in the comments. Nobody promised you anything, Joe.
That's right. Nobody promised me
sake.
spot. For fuck's sake. But I do.
And I'm gonna send you a link. Show your face, you coward.
I absolutely adore both of these guys. Gunther is a great villain. He's the greatest reigning Intercontinental Champion since the Honky Tonk Man.
He's better than the Honky Tonk Man. Come on.
Yeah, of course he's better than Honky. I mean, no disrespect to Honky. I met him so many times. I never would have poured disrespect to that man.
No shade on Honky.
No shade on Honky. We shake, rattle, and roll, baby. But Gunther just puts on a show, and Sammy gets
fucking monster
off by getting the shit kicked out of him. So we've got an opportunity for such a great beat up story. And if Gunther
drama.
Yeah, we've got drama here. I mean, I'm kind of
Sammy. Get up, Sammy.
Yeah, I mean, and then he last Monday that just passed when he beats up fucking Chad Gable too. I was like, oh, this is great.
He drug him out with one shoe on.
Yeah.
He was dragging him by his leg. I'm like, really?
Yo.
Y'all did this dude so dirty in that gauntlet match, and then you're just gonna have him get his ass kicked and dragged out there like some bitch on national television. And by the way, he must have beat his ass good. Chad never got off the ground. He just
he stayed on the back the whole time. He was like, I'm getting paid to lay here. I'm gonna lay every minute I can.
In his fucking windbreaker jacket and his what the hell was that sock? Was that like a minion sock? What was
I
that?
don't know. It was wild. It was bizarre. But I think, personally, I think Gunther is going to be somebody that's not going to lose his title. He's going to be the Ultimate Warrior of our time, mixing Intercontinental Champions. And he's not going to go running down to the ring for sure. But I think he won't lose it until next year if they do champion versus champion. I think he's going to go up against Seth or Cody or somebody.
Here's the thing. Do you guys think that if it had been Gunther and Lesnar, that Lesnar would have won the title?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Impressive. I don't think he's ever been Intercontinental Champion.
No, that's why I think he would have been a good.
Has he won any belt besides the heavyweight titles?
I'm sure he's won a tag belt.
With who? Who the hell?
Himself.
Oh, imagine I am the tag team champions. Oh, bringing that back. Yes. Oh, man. Dave, you're going to be in the house. You're going to be in the building. I know you're a Gunther guy, but where's your head at with this specific matchup they're giving you?
I'm indifferent. I just want to see Gunther. Honestly, we talked about it before.
Yeah.
I'm where my interest here isn't in the match. My interest is because I'm very big about talking about their stories and what they've been doing recently and how I support it. And then we said before that with the positives, there's going to be negatives. And trying new things, some people are gonna die. And unfortunately, Gable right now is dead. So let's see where they come from this. I feel like with some of the things that have been happening, look, we just pushed Gable to the ground. Let's dig him more, right? And then
Pushed him into the ground.
just
They
keep
shot him in his
pushing.
left nut and
And
just
then,
fucking kept
yeah,
stabbing
and
at him.
then we have a chance to find an opportunity to get him to fight from behind, and we can build him out of it. So I'm more interested in see where they go with the individual characters after this. But this match is just gonna be fire because Gunther's in it, and he's gonna beat the hell out of Sammy, and it's just gonna be fun to watch. That's it. That's it.
They're just gonna beat the shit out of Sammy. I like Joe's point, and I'm gonna expand on that as far as the dramatics of it, right? Of the whole, because they did it on Monday.
Yeah.
Where he beat the shit out of Sammy, blah 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 blah, and then Sammy starts to.
He was hulking up.
He's fucking the power of
Yeah.
fucking Canada is in me.
I am a real
My
Canadian.
grandpa back is in my corner. And he got up and he summoned the power of his Maple Leaf ancestors, and then got booted right in the
Right
face.
in the face. Oh, in the
Is
face.
there anything more disrespectful than getting kicked in the face with a fucking loafer?
Yeah.
And then
On top of it.
it being effective because he was out.
Yeah,
So,
that was it. That was it.
There goes that.
Yeah.
Penny loafers. Remember the penny loafers with the pennies?
They still make them.
Oh wow, they really shouldn't. But okay, that's there. Speaking of shouldn't be happening. Oh, sweet McGillicuddy, you know what it is, you sons of bitches. You fucking know what it is.
The
You
bathroom break.
Motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. I made the joke on the show because
I remember this.
I'm taking my mom to WrestleMania. I'm taking my family. We're going as a whole. This is an emotional time for me. This is going to be phenomenal. And it's almost like Triple H said, you know what? Ant's coming. He's got his mom coming. Let me throw his mother's favorite wrestler in there. Let's throw some Rock in there, huh? Oh, Dave, his brother's never been to a WrestleMania. Wants to see Rhea Ripley's entrance. Let's throw some Rhea in there. Oh, he wants Bianca too. Fuck it, we balling. Let's throw some Bianca in there. And I'm excited. He goes, before you leave, you better take this 6-pack ladder challenge with your ass.
Oh man.
Hold this L, and
hold
L is for ladder match.
Yeah. You fucking sons of bitches. I couldn't fucking believe it. I couldn't believe it. And not just any ladder match, the biggest fucking ladder match they've ever had in the history of fucking WWE.
Yeah.
For those of you who are not obsessed with this business the way that I am, A&E is doing another. God damn it. I know he's in here. So Paul Bear. I think every wrestling fan has a Paul Bear impression. I think every wrestling fan has a Paul Bear, a Macho Man, some sort of
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I forgot my train of thought. Where was I just talking about before we got sidetracked to Paul Bear? Oh, I was watching the A&E Rivals, and they just did the rivalry on the three teams: the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian.
Oh,
I just watched that documentary about
and
their
that cultivated
rivalry.
in one of these, right?
And their whole rivalry was basically the TLC match.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the TLC match and what it took to kind of put those together and what it took to do those. And I guess age and time, because I haven't seen them in a while, how nonstop that action was in the TLC match. And you could hear the guys discussing it about how difficult it was to put it together and who should shine when and blah, blah, blah. That was 3 fucking teams with 6 people. This is twice that.
Yeah.
This is
the sausage party.
This is going to be a fucking clusterfuck.
It better be nonstop death.
This is going to be a clusterfuck. Now, here's the thing. If you see these 6 teams, if you were to remove Waller and if, I'm just fantasy booking here, get rid of the Waller in theory, get rid of the Awesome Truth.
Oh,
and
you're disrespectful now.
Get rid of the Awesome Truth. Okay,
I like Awesome Truth.
I would also get rid of the New Day. If you told me Balor and Priest against DIY and the new catch in a ladder match, I would take that based on the creativity alone because I think those guys creatively can do some crazy shit. Adding the other doofuses is just gonna fucking. That's where your clusterfuck's gonna be.
Not only did you say that they are not worthy of being on this stage, you said doofuses.
Oh no,
you
no,
took it
no!
a
I'm
level
not
further.
saying
Double
these-
down.
whoa!
You watch your
Hold it
mouth
back.
when you're talking about R-Truth.
No go, Pombo.
Watch
Wait
your
a second.
fucking mouth.
Okay, what I said was the ladder match. Everybody in this match is WrestleMania worthy.
Mhm.
Oh, even
This
that's
match,
wrong.
this
Okay.
match is going to be a clusterfuck because of the individuals, the doofuses that I just mentioned. I'm
Yeah,
going to
that's
call
what
it
I'm saying.
now. Waller, in theory, will botch no less than twice.
Oh.
They're going to fuck up at least 2 spots, guaranteed. R-Truth going to have probably the best spot of the night, and it will have jack shit to do with the ladder.
Yep.
Mhm.
It will probably have nothing to do with the
And
match.
you'll fucking like it.
Priest is going to hold on to that briefcase because, and I'll save this for later.
Oh, I have a theory.
There might be some business to handle later, so he ain't gonna be doing jack shit in this match either. Finn Balor is just gonna be Finn Balor again. DIY is thirsty for attention because they are experiencing exactly what they hoping they would not on the main roster, and that's no one gives a shit. Right?
Oblivion.
They're
Mhm.
amazing as
They
talent.
are. They are.
They do not connect with this audience. They don't. New Day, you want to talk about fatigue? Moving on.
Yeah, they've had their time.
New Catch Republic, I dig them as a team. They're not connecting either.
Nope.
So there's a lot of. I can see why these guys were in this match as far as we need to do something with them. The match itself,
Basura.
I hate multi-person fucking ladder matches. They drive, and this is the guy who grew up on TLC. I fucking hate him. I hate him to death. But since you guys are so gun ho, Dave, what is it about this match that you enjoy so goddamn much?
Yeah,
Whoa,
Dave.
whoa!
That's
Ain't
a fact
nobody
that
said nothing. But now you put words in my mouth. I ain't said shit about enjoy.
Perhaps I have
said
misspoke.
You could take DIY out of this. You could take Austin Theory's team out of this, and what I don't even remember their name all the way to the right. You could take them
New
out.
Catch Republic. You
Take them out,
disrespectful.
and this is much better for me. Say what you want about New Day. I've personally never seen them live, and it's WrestleMania, so
So
I'm
they're gonna
pretty
have a dope, aren't
excited
they?
to see if they come out with something cool.
They're gonna have
I
something
know
dope.
you're tired of it. I've never seen it, so
I was there when Kofi
I'm
won the
looking forward
title. That was it. That was my ceiling right there.
Oh yeah, I was there too. Yeah.
There you
And
go.
I'm a huge Damian Priest guy. Always been since he's
Yes,
been in
this is
NXT.
Bisexual
I've-
Undertaker? Yeah,
I've
he's a good one.
Always. That's a very good way to explain him.
That's my
But
help my
yes,
cousin to explain him. Oh,
that's
bisexual
exactly what he
Undertaker.
is. I
Yeah.
love
intended,
it. The
but that's
man
him
is
in a nutshell.
awesome. And,
Yeah.
and he needs to save his energy for my theory later on tonight.
Oh, I
But,
have a theory in this
He
match. Now
needs
here's
to
the
save. He needs to save his energy so
Save
that
your energy.
we can both experience. I've been fan of him for so long. We both deserve this. What's gonna happen this day? So he's got to be
We'll
healthy
experience the ride together.
together.
Gunther and Sammy. Oh, Gunther versus Sammy versus Gable at SummerSlam. I
Oh,
like that one.
that's a good
Another
one.
pitch.
Yeah.
Cargill and Ripley next year.
Yeah, I agree.
I
If
think
we
that's
can
way
get,
too soon.
if we can
That's
get
way
Cargill,
too soon.
yeah, I was just gonna say if we can get
Way
her,
too soon.
if we can get her some experience under that belt and get those mechanics together, maybe. Otherwise, that's not a good idea.
Mm.
That's a Maxine Dupree situation waiting to happen if they don't get that
Wow.
together. Gunther keeps the strap,
Same.
drops it at SummerSlam like Honky did. Ooh.
By a
By the
squash
way,
match
those
to the
those were brave.
redeemed #1 yellow man,
I
Brock Lesnar.
think I think Jesse's referring to the ladder match when he says that match might be good.
Yeah. I think so. I think so.
And you are wrong.
No.
It will not be good. Does Awesome Truth gonna get a lifetime achievement award?
He should. Guy's like 70 years old doing this thing, man.
Well, he's saying Awesome Truth. He's referring to both of them, and I think
Oh,
so.
yeah,
I would think so.
Yeah,
I think you're joking, but I seriously do think so. They've been with this company for fucking forever.
yeah, both of them.
These two are very hardcore WWE guys.
Oh yeah.
Someone's gonna get
Someone's gonna
Joey
get Joey
Mercury.
Mercury. Waller.
Waller
It's
for
gonna
sure.
be Waller. I
Yeah, Waller's
promise
getting
you.
good.
He has
Yeah.
no timing in that ring. He's gonna get fucking walloped. I'm telling you. Swollen, swollen stardom and everything right here. I never liked this is Brandon
Oh,
again.
wow.
I never liked DIY ever since they came up with the name.
Good,
Yeah,
good man.
Do
I
it
know.
yourself. So-
Bring back Punisher Martinez. Absolutely not. Punisher
You're
never
shooting Jesse's dreams down, my
No, but
man.
here's the thing. I understand what he's saying because the character that Punisher Martinez was, if you really think about it, if you were a fan of Ring of Honor at that time, I do believe that the Punisher version of him was a far better character for him because he was a fucking badass. He was so much bigger than everybody else in Ring of Honor at that time that he was just beating the shit out of people. That wouldn't work here because as big as he is, he's not the biggest guy here.
Yeah.
And the conniving, the more like Dave said earlier at the beginning of this podcast, we're seeing a lot more personality from these characters now. And to be honest with you, I'm not entirely sold that wrestling fans today is an era of just pure badassery. Like if that's all you bring to the table is just I'm a badass. That's not
Yeah.
grabbing people anymore because we've seen so many badass characters over the
Yep.
years. That's the only reason why I say no, not really, because in the WWE, you got to go with what the WWE likes to present, and they don't want him to just be this big Puerto Rican bisexual badass. He's just
Bisexual Undertaker.
he's
Yeah.
bisexual Undertaker.
Yeah.
And don't peg him with that. Oh, wait, sorry, don't.
Whoa, wait,
Oh, no,
whoa,
he would
come
love
on,
it. He
dude.
would love it.
Wait. Bring that back. Don't shove that down his throat. No.
Oh no! Oh
All
no!
right.
Oh
Okay.
no!
We'll revisit this.
Don't gag him. No.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to. We don't
Oh,
want
one thing I got to say, I have a quick theory about that match. Imagine, if you will,
to. If
uh,
you will.
if you will, so to speak,
Mhm.
like cat-like speed. What happens if bisexual Undertaker and Finn Balor lose? Can he cash in that Money in the Bank and get the tag titles back and have the most wasted Money in the
What's
Bank?
funny is that he could.
He could.
Legally, he could. But
Yeah.
wow,
What a waste!
fucking release him tomorrow. What the hell? Then Jesse will be happy. We'll get Punisher Martinez.
Yeah, there you
back.
go. There you go. Right in AEW. AEW.
AEW, the Punishment Martinez.
Yeah, go
return.
back. Go to AEW. Get your retirement package with everybody else.
Yep.
and do what you got to do. It'll be phenomenal down there. So our next matchup here. Oh, you know what? Actually, before I click on this button, just anything he said it earlier about. I don't remember the team name for the guys at the end, which was the fucking the New Catch Republic. The New Catch Republic DIY. Oh, I'll safely say the New Day. Waller in theory. Yeah, about 4 out of 6 of those teams. No, not even. Because I wouldn't say Truth and I would say Truth and Miz are in there as well. These aren't ladder people.
No. That's why it's like, this is awkward.
These aren't really high spot people.
No.
these are.
This would have been a Ricochet
I know
match.
Gargano and Ciampa are more on the smaller side, but they're all wrestlers.
Yeah.
So I mean, Ciampa and did show us a lot. Remember that War Games in NXT when they had the deal when he did the deal with Cole off the top of the cage and all that other stuff. He's a bit of a nutcase, but yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that. What did he just say here? More like Undertaker's long lost son. Oh well,
His long lost bisexual son.
you know.
Listen, put whatever you want around the bisexual. That's what we're going with.
That's what we're going with. Let me tell you something, Jesse. If he was Undertaker's long lost son, based on the stickers in the back of Taker's truck, he'd probably be ashamed of him.
Oh.
God, not AEW. It's every
it's a job.
fan's worst nightmare. No, don't do it.
There was a time when it was reversed. They were like, "Oh, just go to AEW," you know.
I'm not talking about those guys here on this podcast today.
Yeah,
but I
please,
will say, they had the potential to do something, and it's not there anymore. We now know where that line is, and now
we're moving on.
And so do the wrestlers.
Mm.
I'll say that the cat's out of the bag, so to speak. By the way, if you want more insight as to what happens back there, check out that CM Punk Ariel Helwani interview that took place not too long ago. That'll give you some fucking insight really quickly, and let you know what's going on through old TK's head down there. Jesus Christ, I'll never get a job there. Thank goodness. Whew. And our next matchup, Hermano versus Hermano. The Uso versus
Oh yes.
brother versus brother. It's going to be Jey Uso against Jimmy Uso. And the reason why I bring up this accent is because I love this match so much. I'm going to have a cigar and a glass of wine and a chalice, and my wife will be blowing me as I watch this match at home. It's going to be
Oh,
amazing.
that's not fair. She doesn't get to watch the match.
No. We're gonna watch it in the building. I'm just saying when we come home to rewatch. 'cause
Oh, I thought you
He's
meant
already
during
seen
the
it at
watch
that
the
point,
fight,
so
dude.
there's no
Come on,
need
man.
I
to.
always,
She's there live. Let her watch
whenever
it.
I go to the building, because you don't get to hear the commentary live.
Right.
So I don't hear the call. So I'll always, every WrestleMania that I've been to, I always go home. I watch it back to see what the hell I missed. So when we come back for the reviewing, she won't be seeing it twice.
Fair enough.
No.
She can hear the calling with her ears.
There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, well, I might use ears. You don't know what I'm into.
Yeah. Or
But
maybe
this
she'll
is-
she'll tag in
this is the-
bisexual Undertaker and
There you go. What a treat.
He'll be so confused. There's two of you. What do I do? I'm man enough. I do both. I do both.
Yeah.
Oh, man, enough.
This matchup is special for, I don't know if you guys followed this online, but in 1994, WrestleMania 10, you
Yep.
were in the house, Pombo.
I was there.
We had one of our first brother matches at WrestleMania, Bret
Yep.
Hart versus Owen Hart. 15 years later, in 2009, we had Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy at WrestleMania.
Mhm.
And now, 15 years later, we've got Jimmy versus Jay, brother versus brother. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a spoiler. You
Yeet.
ready? I've got this figured out. I've got
Uh-oh.
this map. No yeet. No yeet. No yeet. We do not yeet yet. But I'm going to give you guys a spoiler.
Okay.
Okay, you heard it here first on Orsini's Uncensored Mind. Okay, in 1994, Pombo, I'll ask you.
Yes.
In 1994, who was more over in WWE, Bret or Owen?
Owen at that time.
Owen was more over than Bret Hart.
Oh no, excuse me. Oh, Brett was more over, but I thought who won the match? It was
No.
Owen.
Who is more?
Yeah, who's more over was Brett. Brett
It
was
was Bret.
huge. Yeah.
Who won the match?
Owen.
Dave. In 2009, who was more over, Jeff or Matt?
Definitely, Jeff.
Who won?
I'm going to guess Matt.
So,
That's right.
So let's follow the bouncing balls, bitches.
Oh shit! Are
In
you saying that
2000
Jimmy?
In 2024, who is more over, Jay or Jimmy?
Jay for sure.
Jimmy
You talking
will
about
be
in my heart, or do you mean the universe? Because well, you know what?
In my heart.
I'll play along. Jey Uso is more over.
Jay Uso is more over. Jimmy needs the win. He will walk away the winner of this match. I know we haven't done predictions and we don't need to.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, follow the bouncing ball, baby. It's going to be Jimmy. Now, Dave, you and I are brothers.
Oh, that'll be a good match.
We've got the same parents.
Mhm.
I'm clearly more over than you.
Mm.
I get the big payout.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
you get the WrestleMania payday, big guy. That's what
There
you
you
get. You're going to be in the building. You yourself, you told me, I think it was just last week's episode. You're really hyped for this one.
Me too.
Dude.
This one you were really hyped for. What are you looking forward to? What do you think is going to happen in this match? How do you think this whole thing plays out?
So I'll try to make a long story less long and say that one of the things that I hated the most or had a big problem with, especially a while back, we talked about on the pod, was just Roman, that whole Shield group. We talked about it. I felt like they were oversold to me. I didn't see it. I was dead on all of them. Came back to wrestling, and you guys were like, "Nah, Roman's doing something different." Fast forward, we know where he's at with it now.
Uh-huh.
Usos have always been the word I hated. I never gave them too much of my eye. So maybe they did do things that I would have liked, but their gimmick and the way that they move within itself, I absolutely could not stand it. Could not put up with it. So I avoided them like the plague. Fast forward to now, what Roman did with Jay, I always asked myself, if Jimmy wasn't hurt, is Jay over like he is now? Because watching Jimmy today, he's got something. He hasn't been on the screen enough to.
For the record,
that
that's
Jay has.
twice now. There was
But-
2 sections where Jimmy got hurt. When Roman first became the tribal chief and feuded with Jay, it was because Jimmy was hurt. Then they got the team back together. We fast forward like a year and a half, 2 years into the reign. Jimmy gets hurt again, and then Jay gets that opportunity one more time. So you have a major point there because that's a very good question.
because
Because if you look at the two, who is the more charismatic of the two?
like Jay does good in his own right, right? I'm bought into him. The yeet thing isn't really for me, but it's
No yeet.
entertaining. I
No
like
yeet,
it.
no
He's
yeet.
got his thing. That's fine.
Hey, look at the screen. No yeet.
No yeet.
No, but no
No yeet.
yeets, indubitably, my friend. That is the way
Indubitably.
that we are going. That's the way I feel about it. I can't wait. Hopefully Jimmy's not that guy who just keeps getting hurt, because that would suck too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's showing a
He's the
pattern.
Rey Mysterio.
So
That's
is he
true.
better if he can't stay healthy? Then that's a problem. But let's see going forward, because I'm bought into Jimmy. I love his charisma. So let's see what happens forward. But I always ask myself that if Jimmy was there for the whole ride, is Jay who Jay is today? I don't think so, man. I really think Jimmy
Interesting.
has it.
That's a great point.
But we'll see. I'm excited for it, dude. This match is gonna be fucking awesome.
This is going to be amazing. They're going to go blow for blow. I mean, the best match of the night all those years ago when I saw it in person was Brett versus Owen.
You can make a very similar argument that if Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker doesn't happen at 25, Jeff and Matt's match, that no holds barred match, was also highly recognized as a great match.
Yeah.
But again, it just happened to be just before one of the greatest WrestleMania
Yeah.
matches of all time. But this does have the potential to really be a show stealer for at the very least night one for WrestleMania. I think overall it could be the show stealer. So far, since we've had 2 nights, the show stealing match does tend to happen a lot on night one. So it usually is that. Oh, look at this one here. Oral is for Peacock Premium subscribers only. For the record,
He is.
I am.
He is.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I don't get any
Wow. Well,
ads
good
on my
news.
Peacock service, okay?
If he loses
And I-
this tag belt that night, you might have a special oral from our good buddy Damian.
Damian.
Damien, what are you doing here?
Yeah, don't worry, it'll be over quick.
Papi,
Tranquilo,
please.
papi, tranquilo.
Papi, please. Papi. Silencio.
It wasn't only reason why Jimmy was out. He had issues with the law in a couple of DUI cases.
I
The
think
I
DUI,
check.
you know what though? Jesse, I love you, buddy. I don't want you to feel like I'm ganging up.
you
on
are,
I
dude.
really
You're a
don't.
dick, dude.
But I don't want you to feel like that. But this is good. This is healthy conversation. You have an actual point with the DUI stuff, and it did harm them when
I
they
do
were
remember
in
that,
the
yeah.
moment.
Yeah, I remember that.
But based on the fact of how well these two have been pushed since those cases, I don't think the DUI thing matters to anybody. And I'm
Well,
referring
it
to
was timed missed.
the
though.
backstage. It was what now?
It was time missed.
It was time. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't really think it affected the overall grand scheme of things. They already had the Usos right here. They're like, we're going to use these fucking guys no matter what. And it's unfortunate that those DUI cases happened. And you know, I forget which one was it, whether it was Jimmy or Jay that had the issue with the actual driving, because I know they were both lit, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I
who.
think they both have
I
issues.
don't remember exactly who it was behind the wheel at the time. I remember hearing stories about Naomi being pissed at both of them.
Yeah,
It just, all kinds of personal
they
shit.
should have had
going on.
no shots.
Yeah. I mean, this happened, if I'm not mistaken, just to add to that point, the last case that he had was like just before WrestleMania. And they were
Last
the
year.
tag team champions with not last year. Was it 35? The one that we
Oh.
went to? When they retained. Remember they retained the titles?
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were, not only were they not stripped, they defended them. They continued on as tag team champions. So I don't necessarily think that really played much of a role. I think the injury played more of a role for Jay. I'll give. Okay, wait. He clarifies here that it was Jimmy.
Yeah, I
was
thought it
Jimmy.
was Jimmy. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, you know, that's probably why Naomi was so fucking mad.
yeah.
But it's. I think it might have played a role when it was fresh at the time. I don't think it's playing much of a role now. I think what's more worrisome to WWE is Dave's point, which is the injury angle. This guy doesn't seem to stay healthy for very long. He's also not in a whole lot of matches now, so far his run has been a lot better. But If he does win this match at WrestleMania and he becomes more of a focal point on the heel side, will they be able to trust him? So we'll have to find out. Stay tuned to watch and find out who will survive Jimmy's torn whatever he tears next. And we'll find out here. Now, this next matchup that we're going to be talking about here is he just mentioned her here. This was 6-woman tag team match. Bianca Belair. There you go, Dave. Bianca's in the house. Jade Cargill, Naomi against Damage Control. That would be Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. Excuse me. So that's the matchup there for the 6-woman tag. I don't know how much you really want to go in depth on this. This was literally thrown together.
Thrown together at the last week. They needed the tag champs to do something. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I don't even think it was for the tag champs. I really think it was Bianca and Jade. And because she's not ready for the match that we're all thinking about.
No, not yet.
If they're smart, they protect her here.
Yeah, they're gonna win. They're gonna definitely win.
No,
I'm talking about a win.
No, win. She doesn't fall down.
That's what I mean. Like she doesn't have. They don't have to win this match. She just needs to be protected. Don't show too much.
Yeah,
don't show too much, please, because she's definitely still very, very, very green.
Join the bloodline.
That's a bold statement. That's a bold statement. You know what? I can't rule that out. I like that. I mean,
that's if there's a bloodline.
That's yeah. That was Brandon with that prediction.
That's if there's a bloodline after.
Oh, but that's interesting. Her shit.
Stop being rude. She's is it Charmaine? Charmaine said hi. Hi, Charmaine.
Hello, Charmaine.
How you doing? Louis Manuel is going to be a squash match.
That's what I'm thinking.
You think?
Because Jade is going to just run through.
You know what? I just realized in my head what I was just going to say. In my head, I was just going to say, you really think they're going to squash the women's tag team champions? Yeah. Yeah, they can do that.
They're doing Asuka such a weird disjustice here. But Asuka's so big it doesn't really hurt her.
No.
It's just weird.
I think
it's so weird.
I think Kairi Sane or the other one gets pinned. I don't think it matters.
My name is Charmaine. I hope Damage Control loses. Yeah, fuck Damage Control. I'm with Charmaine on this one.
Yeah.
I don't like this version of Damage Control. Is it me? Can I just say it out loud? Not big on Dakota Kai. I'm not saying she's bad at what she does. She's a hell of a mechanic. She can work her ass off.
It's unfair for me to say yes because I don't know a lot of her outside of this. In this, I hate this. She looks it's doing nothing but make me hate her for no reason at all. This whole group from the start, I hate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dakota Kai. No, I don't like this look. I can't wait for this to be over. I didn't even know Naomi was gonna be there. That's another dope ass entrance that I can't wait to see.
Oh yeah,
sad that it's not the old theme. I prefer the other one, but this one will suffice.
Brandon with the prediction: Bloodline keeps going, baby. But next year it's Bloodline Hollywood versus Bloodline Wolfpack, baby.
Oh wow! Wolfpack causing mass destruction.
Wolfpack is back.
Good joke, but I'm not gonna lie. That would actually be pretty fucking cool.
2 separate bloodlines. Solo leads one, Roman leads the other. But Jesse's got the right idea here. Small booty cheeks versus big booty cheeks. This is There we go.
We go.
Finally, some common ground between me and Jesse.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
I'm going team booty.
Yeah. Bootios.
Is it too cheap for us to lean toward the idea that it's the all-black female team? Should we address the elephant in the room? That's what everyone else is harping on. Are we too cool for school on that? Is that going to play any kind of a factor?
We got the powerhouses versus the normals. That's how I see this.
Man, Charmaine really hates Damage Control.
Yes.
He really hates. I'm with you.
She knows
Go,
wrestling,
girl.
man. She knows wrestling.
She knows what she's talking about here.
Yeah.
It's been terrible since jump.
Dakota gonna turn and help Bailey beat Sky.
Oh God, please no. That's a storyline no one wants. No, thank you.
It's not even about teaming with Bailey. Just I'm straight. I don't need any more Dakota Kai. She's doing enough what she's doing now. Just let her be. I agree with one thing. There's 7 matches on this show. You got Lil Wayne going up there at some point. It's a lot of moving parts. If you're gonna cut time,
This
it's
is it.
probably going to be this one right here.
Squash
The
match.
entrances first. They're gonna be great.
Oh,
And
yeah.
It's going to be entrances
I'll
and
put
then
money that the
squash.
entrances are going to be longer than the fucking match.
I agree. Yeah.
I'll tell you that much right now. That's probably going to be the way that goes. Especially, you said you liked Naomi's
Entrance.
other
the
entrance
first
music, yeah.
entrance was so
I'm a
much
May,
better.
Yeah, that song was dope.
This one's good too, though. The energy is great.
To the flow. She had to do something different. She came back from TNA. Let me not sing these things like that. I might get hit with some shit just for humming. Jesus
Don't
Christ.
sing them too long. That's all.
All right. Well, our next match is the matchup that my
Oh, God.
son is ecstatic about.
Ugh.
My son, if you follow my show, you know that I've always been somewhat disappointed that my son is not a huge wrestling guy. He
Yep.
just isn't. But slowly he's come around. As I mentioned at the beginning of the show, did I say on the show or did I say it before we went on the air?
Said it before.
I said we went on before we went on the air. So I never got a chance that I have a memory of. Dave, you were there. I don't think we ever wrote a. Did we ever do a sign? We never did a sign, right? I don't think so.
Well,
One time I held up my WWE magazine, but that was because I bought it at the event, so I had something, so I put
I
it
feel
up.
like we
that.
attempted to make, or at least I did, to make one. It just never made the cut.
Yeah, we never really
don't
had a
remember.
sign. So my son's not really big on this stuff. He went to WrestleMania and was on his iPad almost the whole time. But he always liked Asuka for whatever reason. It was the makeup and all kinds of stuff. She always dug Asuka. Slowly but surely, he has come around on Rey Mysterio. He loves him some Rey Mysterio, and he made a Rey Mysterio sign today for this weekend. I'm super, super excited. It warmed my heart. But I have to give you guys the heads up. Hold on. Louis got a comment here. Boring
Boring
storyline.
storyline. Yeah.
Agreed. But
It's
allow me
random.
to,
I would say more rushed than
Yeah.
boring, but
I mean,
no,
Santos,
no, no,
Escobar,
no,
and
no,
Ray,
no, no.
or they had something
Thank you.
going.
Thank
Yeah.
you. All four of these individuals have interjected with each other over the last couple of weeks and months.
Yeah.
It just wasn't very well fleshed out, and the match
Fair.
itself was thrown
Okay.
together.
Yeah, because
Fair enough.
Dragon Lee beat. I was there
Yeah.
for that night. That was the last wrestling that I went to see live at the NXT over
Yeah.
in Connecticut. Dragon Lee beat Dirty Dom for the belt. So
Right. He also beat. Did he beat Santos? He wrestled Santos on Raw not too long ago. And I think Santos beat him then.
Right.
And they've all had singles matches together.
Right.
It just, for some reason, got thrown into a tag.
Yeah.
But let me explain to you why, on a personal level, this match is fucking everything for me, because it's everything for my son. Because my son's fandom for Rey Mysterio began at the last, not this Royal Rumble, but the year before that. When Rey came out, he had an all-white outfit.
Mhm.
So for whatever reason, my son kept calling him the Milk. I have no idea why.
Nice.
He just kept calling him the Milk. And then he found out that Dominic was his son, so he just kept calling him the Dominic. And then we had an episode of Raw where Dragon Lee came out in an all-red outfit, and he thought it was Ray, because, kind of a racist. Not all Mexican fans. I get it.
Damn
it. So we had to clarify. I said, no, that's Dragon Lee. So he goes, nope, that's the Pepper. I said, the Pepper? He goes, that's the Pepper. So I told him when this match was made, I said, look at this match. It's the Milk teaming with the Pepper to go against the Dominic. And he goes, that's awesome. Wait, who's that guy? That's Santos Escobar. I said, oh, can he beat the Santos? My son goes, no, he hasn't earned a nickname.
He hasn't earned it.
Wow.
He goes, that's just the guy.
He's just the guy.
He's just the guy. So now it's the Milk.
He's not even the guy. He's the guy.
It's the Milk and the Pepper against the Dominic and the guy.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the tag team match.
There it is.
He said this should be the opening match of night one.
Or second match. It should be the second match.
Second.
Yeah.
You know when you should put this on? Put it on after the ladder match. Just that dead spot. I don't give a fuck. Dave, I was at NXT Deadline too. The match was decent.
It wasn't Dave, it was Joe.
Joe was at NXT Deadline, but yeah, I saw that match online. It was pretty good.
It was a good match. Yeah, I didn't expect. Again, I'm tired of Ray and Dominic. Yes,
she has had it with these people.
She knows wrestling. She knows wrestling.
She does. It is. She's
over it. Like we settled this at the last WrestleMania. Like, why are we revisiting that, man? Let's move on. There's other stories to go into.
Who's going to eat the worm and take the pinfall? Or Dragon Lee taking the loss? You know what?
I can see.
I might actually
Santos.
agree with that.
I can see
Last year's
Santos.
WrestleMania, as you guys would remember, Ray fought Dominic on a one-on-one matchup. I truly believe that win's coming back. It's either going to be Dom pinning somebody or Santos. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I guess you can. Dragon's kind of the easy pick for the fall here, but I think it serves both of these guys a lot more if they pin Ray. I think it means more to either one.
It
Santos.
really
that's true.
depends. It really depends on the direction that they're taking Dominic and that whole group, because they're doing something funky right now where they're trying to tease a breakup. So it really just kind of depends on
That's true.
what they're doing, or a new head of the group and breaking off some people. That's what it looks like from what was it, SmackDown, or I think
Yeah.
it was.
Raw.
They're
I mean,
they're teased, or maybe it was the Raw. I can't remember, but they're definitely teasing it. They're teasing something. So
yeah.
I think Santos and Dom definitely take the W. It, like you said, I'd pin Ray just for the extra boost for whatever it is you're about to do with that group.
I totally concur with you, because watching that at like Judgment Day was like, yo, why are these dudes here? Like, what's the deal?
Every time Damian Priest comes back into the fucking clubhouse, there's more people.
Yeah.
Every
and, then,
time he
and then
leaves,
my man Andrade came in all red. He's like,
Yeah.
"Man, we got the devil in here. Like, what's
they don't
going
have
on?"
enough room. You saw how crowded the clubhouse was the other day. It
Yo.
was like they're playing darts and shit. It's like
Yo.
Rhea was like that girlfriend that got dragged along to the party, and
Yeah.
she doesn't know anybody, so she's just chilling.
Yeah.
This was a weird.
How are you, AJ? No, long time no see.
You've been cussing people out all night, and you say hi to me like an hour in. But what's going
That's all
on?
good. That's all good.
Hey,
I'm
just be lucky you.
I am
just-
vibing with you, miss. Keep going. I'm vibing with you. I'm vibing. This was
WCW.
nobody asked for WCW. It does.
Dean Malenko.
I was calling it the lucha. What was it we were saying when it was announced? It'll come to me like the lucha expose, or it's a lucha specialty match.
Yeah.
Which is funny because if you look at those four people in that match, who's the one person that doesn't really scream lucha at you?
Dominic.
Who's the one person who should come out of this match looking the best?
Dominic.
And no one else sees a problem with this. That's the one situation. This guy got more heat. These guys got more connection to this audience than anyone.
Can't even say five. Like,
he's the one that's going to look the worst in this. He's not a lucha guy. I don't care who
No.
his father is. He's an American style wrestler.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
Funniest thing is like the way they were doing the boos. I always thought it was like something they did with the audio. And then I
think
saw
it was at first, but the audience caught on and
and went in, because when I saw it live in Connecticut, that boo was so loud. I was like, oh my God, I can't even hear myself. It was so loud.
Here she goes again. This match is going to be whack. I thought Ray would pick Andrade for his tag team. Andrade is busy with the Judgment Day. He's not on the other side. But I think a lot of people were confused when he said Dragon Lee and Carlito was standing there.
Yeah.
Carlito's face.
Like, what am I supposed to do?
All right, cool. Dragon Lee. Awesome. I came back for fucking nothing.
Yeah. I'm waiting. I was watching
watched
wrestling since I was 5 and 42. Wow.
That's 37 years of
Nice.
experience. That's why you know your shit.
You've been watching it 1 year longer than I've even been alive.
There you go.
Nice. Nice.
That's right. Yeah. See,
That
that wasn't any shade. You're giving her props.
felt like shade. After it came out, it definitely felt like shade. No disrespect.
Well, no shade on the WWE, because for the matches that we've mentioned that had some good build up, some bad build up, this next match, holy
fuck. This is the ultimate build up.
Okay.
You hear me,
hold
Mama
the
Rose?
phone. Hold the phone on that. God damn it. Hold the phone on that, okay? It has been a hell of a ride.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a hell of a ride. But I really don't want people to forget how bumpy a start
Oh yeah.
this ride really was.
Yeah.
Because I was confused. I was very confused. There were so many mixed messages. But actually, let me get to these comments real quick. Carlito's going to turn heel. I don't know. Would it make a difference if he did? I don't really think so.
No.
Joe was not lying. LOL. I was cracking up with the loud ass boos. I believe it. I believe he's
Yo,
still in Connecticut.
imagine he was the dude sitting next to me that whole time.
I don't want people to lose sight of how we got here because it has been a fun ride. We've gotten some of the best promos out of Cody we've gotten since he's been in WWE. Seth Rollins has stepped up huge. Roman's kind of taken a back seat. We'll get to that in a second. This has been a very fun Rock to watch.
This has been the best Rock
This is
since
a
he was a
very-
bad guy.
This has been a very fun Rock to watch. But I don't want people to lose track of the idea that when we started this journey at the Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble. And unlike any other Royal Rumble in history, he did not wait a day.
Nope.
In the ring, when he won the Royal Rumble, he pointed right at fucking Roman, and was cussing him something serious. And Roman made his serious face, and of course Paul made his oh my god face. And this should have been crystal clear. This is what's happening.
Yep.
Then we get to Raw, and out of nowhere, there is a decision that must be made. Weird, because it seems like he made one yesterday.
Yeah, he already.
And then Seth came out. So now we're thinking Cody wants Roman, but Seth's making a really good pitch here.
You want the working man's championship?
Yeah, we're leaning towards this way now, but then here comes The Rock, and I'm gonna give my opportunity at Roman to The Rock, but it's not really giving my opportunity because I'm still using my opportunity to wrestle Seth. But now The Rock is being a dick, so fuck all that. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm gonna fight Roman because I can, which pisses The Rock off, which should have pissed Seth off, but he just seemed happy with Cody anyway. And
because you don't like Roman.
And then we get to Vegas and we meet the whole family tree that we're now finding out is 25% bullshit. And then now we have these feuding individuals, and Big E called it at Vegas. What are we leading towards, a tag match? And you go, oh, tag match would be good. But then Seth's talking shit about The Rock and calling him diarrhea, literally, whilst still feuding with Drew. But Cody's facing Roman, but feuding with The Rock. And you see where I'm heading with this.
Yeah,
there's a lot of moving parts.
It's like a Pong game.
There's a lot of moving parts to this.
Yeah.
But it seems like the end result is a result that people are excited about. We've got the tag team match, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and the world's heavyweight champion, Seth freaking Rollins, against the people's champion, the final boss.
I love that. Oh my God, that mix of his theme is incredible.
The Hollywood Rock theme. I called that.
Yeah, you did.
I did call that. And that's our main event for night one, the big tag team match. Let's get to the people. The people, they can't resist the people here. This is Seth's first non-cash-in WrestleMania main event. Absolutely true. I was going to bring that up, but I'll give the kudos to the comment section. I picked Cody and Seth. I don't like Roman and The Rock. I will never acknowledge Roman. I am a hashtag Cody crybaby. Damn straight. Loud and proud. Loud and proud. Louis back. First night is I'm on who is winning the match. The question is who's going to turn on who in the second night, and it's Bloodline Rules. He might be onto something.
Well, if Seth and Cody win, there's no Bloodline Rules. It's fair.
But
he's saying that it's obvious that The Rock and they're going to win.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was next to the stage with my wife and kids. They are starting to become wrestling fans, surprisingly. See?
Oh, okay. No, we're next to you.
On Sunday, she's definitive. She's calling a shot. She's pointing to the upper deck. On Sunday, Cody will finish the story. That's what she's saying right here, right now, for all of you to see. There's Jesse. Seth
it's a WCW title.
Seth is holding the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. That's how I see it, and that's how they're treating it. Listen, they conditioned us to believe that. Once they turned the WCW title into the World Heavyweight title, that's kind of what it means from now on, is it not?
Yep.
Boo The Rock. Boo this man. Oh, man. Seth is not getting that attention Cody has right now.
That's why Seth interjected.
Facts.
Yep. Seth is like, baby.
I'm going to jump back onto Louis' point, which would be this, right? First,
Mhm.
not as obvious. Is it? Is there anybody in this room right now, whether it be in the comment section or on this panel right here, that truly believes that Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins will win this match on night one?
It's possible.
It depends on what you're gonna do. It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
this match right here, it's completely dependent. Who wins is what your outcome of night 2 is gonna be. If Cody's going to lose, it has to be bloodline rules. Or we've already said he's dead after this. But if you have any sliver of hope to build him up again, it has to be bloodline rules. That's the only way you can talk your way out of all this bullshit and then be relevant again. It's the only thing that can happen.
It's so
I I think if they're gonna
Mhm.
put Cody over, it does him better to get the one-on-one clean match and beat Roman clean. I think that does better for him than overcoming all this bullshit from the bloodline and then winning. That's how I see it happening. If he's gonna lose, then you can just do whatever you want, let the bloodline beat the shit out of him and keep going. But if he's gonna lose, Cody needs to lose here. If he's gonna win, I think it's better if he wins here.
interesting.
Joe?
Interesting.
Joe?
I think this is an opportunity to do something we haven't seen before, and that is
Pitch, my brother, pitch.
completely poo-poo on dreams and all these Cody crybabies, and
Oh,
just
he's going the other route.
and give Roman the big W over the Hulkster's record, because that
Which
is a
he will
record.
achieve in September if he's
Well,
still.
yeah, it will be in September. So if they want to really push that envelope and get that going, they have to lose night 1, and then he gets beat night 2, unless they swerve us and do an amazing heel turn, face revival by The Rock, and The Rock causes Roman to lose and lose his shot at getting the Hulk Hogan record.
Can I ask you one question to that? And that is, if they do that, Roman is not dropping it outside of Mania. Or at least it wouldn't make any sense to do that.
Correct.
So that means he's going one more whole year. With what we have in front of us today, Cody's dead. I'm not buying another Cody match next year. So then who?
CM Punk.
Who? Stop.
I'm out. Goodbye, guys. It was a great
No,
night.
I'm wearing his shirt and I can't
I
co-sign.
can't co-sign on that one. Can't co-sign.
We'll talk about this later when we get to the night 2 discussion. But
Yeah,
I'm not even fully sold with the Cody drop. I'm not on board with the Cody drop. So
Wait.
we'll talk about that more later. Like Cody getting the belt. I'm not
Yeah.
sold on that. So we
Really?
can talk about that later. But who? If not Cody, who?
If not
I don't think
Cody,
anyone else is big enough right now.
Ooh. Do
Interesting.
you think Damian will cash in?
Oh,
Whoa.
talk about
That's
that later.
yeah.
Oh no,
Let's-
well, yeah.
no.
Oh wait,
Let's
no.
wait.
We can talk about that here because I think
You'd
this
like-
is where he cashes it in.
Wait, you think he's
Oh.
going to cash in on
Seth?
Seth here?
Seth, yes.
Here?
Yes.
I
Is
thought he
that-
had to be involved in a championship match to cash in.
No.
Huh?
No, it's
cash
just
in
whatever.
anywhere.
It could be. Hey,
You
you.
could be
If
tied
they
into
beat the
him.
shit out of Seth and the match is over,
Yeah.
yeah, you
You
cash
can
in like
cash
that.
it in right there.
Oh, that would be dope. That would be. That's a
One
swerve that I
baby.
did not expect.
That's why I was saying that the way to protect I'm not sold that he's recovered. He's not recovered. I think this is
Seth?
part of the
No.
whole. Yeah, I
Okay.
think this is all part of the sell that he's good and that they're gonna re-hurt him.
Well,
Whatever.
he just wrestled on Monday.
Yeah, he
That's-
killed it on Monday.
That's fine. Look, at the end of the day, if we want to protect Seth, considering his injury, him losing the belt this way will make it then when he comes back, he can pretty much
Wait.
start all
So
over.
you're suggesting that if Damian cashes in on Seth,
Mhm.
he replaces Seth on night 2?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
And
I
Damian
think we're
drops
all on
and then-
different pages.
and then Damian drops the belt
to Cody.
to who?
Cody.
Cody. No. To Drew McIntyre.
Okay. Wait. So I'm trying to.
Oh, and then the Judgment Day betrays
Damian.
Your
About all
Money in the
that
Bank.
extra stuff. I'm just saying at the end of the day, Damian takes the belt from Seth. Damian wrestles night 2. McIntyre beats Damian for the belt. And then when Seth comes back and is healthy, they can have a proper feud.
So
I think that's
you're cashing in Damien's briefcase for a 24-hour title reign.
Stranger things have happened.
yes. I'm not giving. Listen, I love Damian Priest. I'm
That's
not
why
giving,
I'm shocked to hear you say this. But
okay,
you're
but
doing,
I'm
but
not
you're
giving
thinking like a
Damian
booker,
Priest
so I
the belt
appreciate
over
that.
Drew McIntyre right now. Who's
Yeah,
hot?
that's what I'm saying. You're thinking like a booker, and I appreciate that about you.
Well, that's what I think would happen. But if
Uh-huh.
Seth is good, then what are you doing with that briefcase here? Because
Yeah.
doesn't he lose it soon?
Can
2
we be
months.
done with the
2 months.
briefcase overall? I'm kind of over it anyway in the first place because now you have yourself in positions like this. So it's like I don't know, Brandon. Seth's gonna lose both nights.
Mm.
What is
WrestleMania
this?
story
WrestleMania
here,
story,
we hosted by you, like
All
wrestling.
right. Well, look, listen. Shout out to Yep, I Like Wrestling. I love the dudes too. I hope you guys have a good time for the viewing party. This ain't their podcast. Go watch their podcast over there. I love them. I love them to death. I love those guys over there. They're great stuff. And I really do hope you guys have a good time at the watch party. Look for my sun sign. It's a cardboard thing, and it says Rey Mysterio with a bunch of spots on it.
There you go.
I agree with Louis, but it's bloodline rules. I could see Jimmy betray all of them, and a surprise member might show. You see how?
Oh wow.
You see how I love this conversation about something like this. You came up with something different, Dave. Joe came up with something different. The people in the comments have their own version of it, and all of it seems plausible.
Yeah.
All of it seems like it's something that absolutely could happen. I don't know which one of us she was talking to, but apparently we're wrong. When Roman won his,
Probably me.
I got to the comment late, so I'm not exactly which comment.
Oh, how many times? Ooh,
Roman won his first Universal title.
5 times?
Take for him to beat Brock. 5 times. Cody's not finishing his story. I don't know about that. CM Punk sucks.
Yeah.
You're quickly becoming one
Oh
of the
yeah, I remember you were saying that. I'm like, oh, what's the point of CM Punk? That whole bit.
Arrow here. Go Hulk Hogan.
Wow. Hogan's gonna cash in the
Go
money.
Hogan. Yes. I don't know if he's gonna be a part. Well, what am I saying? It's Hogan and it's Mania. He'll find his crooked ass way out.
Yeah, he'll limp his way in there.
Brock is going to interfere to help Cody. The Rock and Brock have history. You know what else Brock has? An issue with piss in his phone. I don't know if that's going to work itself out.
Yeah, that's not gonna work out too well.
LOL. I'm thinking that's for my piss comment. Thank you. Rock tries again next year, Dave. That's what they're saying in the comments here. Roman has cancer. He's going to lose. Okay, so I think she's got something to that. There has been some conversation. As a matter of fact, last year at WrestleMania, there was a conversation about his remission. So my wife pointed this out to me, and I didn't really put it together until we were watching it. He's been wearing long sleeve clothing for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And he's looking thin in the
neck.
chin and his overall build. There's a lot of people. It's speculation. I'm not going to sit here on a podcast.
I
and say
hope
that
not. That's terrible. If
that he's going through chemo or anything like that, but the signs are there. So I'm not entirely sure that that's going to be the answer to the whole will he or won't he. But we will see. We're getting a shout out here from Rody Wrestling Recap Podcast. Hey, what's up, Rody? I mean no disrespect. I'm unfamiliar with your work, but I want to thank you for coming onto the podcast chat here. That right there, that comment inspires me to check it out. I'm gonna go check out some of your
That
stuff.
comment. Look at that logo.
I know. I'm saying, is that a chicken with a title belt?
Fuck the comment. Look at the logo.
I fuck with that logo because in my house, I too have a championship level cock. So
there it is.
I appreciate
Well played.
Well, you know, here at the Dove Home,
we're at the Dove Home. We out here slinging the meats. You know what I'm saying? We slang out here. You know what I'm saying?
we have the giant BBC in a anyway.
Whoa.
Wait, wait a second.
He's taking plucking to a whole new level here, buddy.
I'm also part just like you guys. I'm multiracial. I'm part Portuguese, and
the cervix crusher over here.
Yeah,
buddy.
Not a BBC.
No, it wasn't just BBC. It's like he said that shit with his chest. That's BBC over here.
Wow.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, call Amy and make sure she's okay. What the hell?
She ain't walking right for 2 weeks.
24-hour clinic.
Right after WrestleMania.
Take her to urgent care. Be careful, buddy.
Oh,
Seth beats McIntyre and Damian cashes in. to give the Sodi, what the fuck? Look, Seth, I just made it. I gave him a relationship name. It's Sodi. Seth Cody storyline for SummerSlam. I love how everyone's keeping SummerSlam in mind for this.
Yeah, you got to build up
time.
SummerSlam. You got to keep the momentum going.
Carol's back at me. What up?
What's up?
First time ever here. How you guys doing, buddy? We're doing great. We're glad that you're here. We're glad to have you, buddy.
Buddy, are you Portuguese? Is that why you picked the rooster? I'd be curious.
Again with the rooster, dude.
That's our country bird, man. We're all about the cock.
We're all about the cock and how you play it. If Hogan shows up during Cody Roman, I'll quit watching.
I don't think
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll walk out the building.
I'm not going to stop.
He's not going to come out.
Yeah, we're going to be in the building. For you, Louie, I won't stop watching. But what I will do is I'll make a gesture for you, Louie. If for whatever reason Hogan hobbles his ass all the way into the ring, and I'm sure it'll take at least 45 minutes to get down that ramp for him. Once he gets, I'm not even joking. You saw 37.
No,
he stayed on the ramp, right?
Anymore. I know he's
he's
calling on Jesus to get around these days.
Yeah,
so.
and I'm sure they've grabbed the wheel a few times. And I'm telling you now, if he shows up, and Dave's going to be with me. I will turn my back. I will make the gesture. I will not watch this. I will turn my back. I won't even hear it. I'll put my hands over my. I don't even want to hear it. I'll have no part of it. Hogan will have another travel to Fort Lauderdale commercial. That's what he's good for now. See?
There you go.
Go. You're right, AJ. First of all, every comment in my podcast should start with those exact 3 words every single time. You're right, AJ. I forgot his name is still involved in the allegation, so I take him out of the picture of this match. Whatever. Oh, did you just redact his name because of the allegations?
Yeah. You got to take his name out because we can't mention him anymore.
Redacted. Hogan will cash in.
Yeah.
Swerve. Is that Carol? Is that Vince Russo? Is that you, Vince?
Yeah.
Is that you? Swerve. I think Roman. This is Dupree 74. I think Roman's cancer might have came back. I see the bisexual YouTuber. I see him getting thin over the time. Yeah, we were just mentioning that. Yeah. He's going to introduce one. Yeah, that, you know what? I don't really like that for the induction for Paul Heyman. I know that they're close. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was really hoping.
I really don't.
That was a fun spot. I was like, yeah, we'll see. Oh, wait. I am Portuguese. Oh,
you called it.
I was born there.
But he's from Rhode Island, and
their state bird is the roadie.
It's the roadie.
Yeah, see, I'm double talking.
I'm double toxic.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. The door's always open. You know, one of these roundtables, one of these podcasts, joint effort one day.
That's hilarious. He's Portuguese.
Yeah,
are you from Fox Point? Are you actually? Is this my brother? Or
WrestleMania here, okay?
Is that you?
No, that's my dad's name. We're very Portuguese.
What's your brother's name?
My brother's name's James.
James
Manuel.
Now. Possible Stone Cold might be there? Question mark. Possibility of a cameo.
Yeah,
I don't see him getting all.
Maybe he'll fight Hogan.
Well, imagine Hogan finally hobbles all the way to the ring just for the glass to break, and we finally get that Austin Hogan moment. Louis is also from Rhode Island.
Are you also
Portuguese? Rhode Island tonight, folks? And I gotta tell you,
my hometown. I'm a Fox Point baby.
This is the beauty of technology. Joe's in North Jersey. My brother's in Philly. I'm in Brooklyn, and you guys are in Rhode Island.
And Joe's from Rhode Island.
It's like, I'm your sister. Oh, the plot thickens.
Whose sister? My
This
sister.
is turning into a fucking novella. What happened here?
Yeah.
Oh no. Mi hermana. Are you guys going to Mania this year? Yes. Me and my brother will be going to WrestleMania this year. We have tickets for night 1. Joe, I think you're sitting this one out, right?
I'm sitting this one out, yeah.
Here's Lou. I'm from the bucket, half Portuguese.
Pawtucket.
Half Puerto Rican.
Oh,
Puerto Rico. Oh, guys, we still.
I'm King Davy's nephew, if that means anything. I don't know how old you are, but
we've completed night 1 here. Let's sneak into night 2. I didn't give mine. Well, no, I'll save it. I'll save mine for when we get to night 2, so we can just get into everything, because our first match that we're going to discuss actually slips into what Dave kind of already mentioned. He sees this graphic going a little different. The Scottish internet troll, the absolute menace, will get his rightful spot.
This is fucking
in
pure.
the heavyweight title main event of night 2. or it's one of the main events. He's not going on last. Seth freaking Rollins, the revolutionary, the visionary, the architect, the man himself, defending the championship against Drew, should he survive night one. Because if you listen to Deceive Dave, that won't be the case. Mr. MCL might have an issue with getting his ass into night two. That would be kind of a shame to not have him on night two. I actually thought with the way you were going, Dave, with that, was that Seth would still be in the match. It would just be a three-way, but you completely took him out of the match altogether. It's like, nah,
Only to
we're
protect him
1-1.
because he's injured. That's the only reason why my
Oh,
brain
look
goes
at-
that way.
Good guy, Dave. Look at him trying to save his injury-prone friend here. So Seth freaking Rollins. Let's say in a perfect world, not a perfect world, but let's just play devil's advocate. Let's pretend that this is still the matchup, right? If there's no cash in night one, this is still the matchup. Do we see a title change here?
Yes.
Whether there's a cash in or not. No, actually, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's no cash in. It's straight up Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. Do we have a title change? Joe says yes. Dave, do
If
we have a title
Seth
change?
is truly healthy, if Seth is truly healthy, I say no. And it
Okay.
hurts because I really think Drew deserves a chance to hold that belt and have
In
a
front of
run
people.
in front of people. And I'm glad he said that during that during that when he was talking to CM Punk, who stepped all over it. And he made mention to that. I really love to see Drew here, but if Seth is healthy, I don't know. That's tough, man. This one's tough because I really want
Here's
both of them to have
here's
it.
where my head is at with this matchup in particular, and it's kind of what you were saying, but I've got the evidence to support it. When Drew won the the title from Brock Lesnar, quote unquote, in the warehouse at WrestleMania 36, um, WrestleMania 37, 1 year later, was in front of people. And
Mm.
Drew did get another title match against Bobby Lashley. And I said to everybody that would listen to me, if Drew truly was about business, like he states that he is, he'll do the job tonight for Bobby Lashley. Because by doing that, he'll make Bobby Lashley a main event caliber star.
Well, Bobby was also on a crazy run. Like
Right.
he
But
was
if
big.
you're really being honest about who meant more to you in the time where you needed them the most, the answer to that question was Drew. And now that people were in the building, I would not have faulted, as hot as Bobby was, I would not have faulted WWE uh, by sticking with Drew in that occasion just because of what happened the year before.
Yeah,
But
but my only
Drew,
counter to that is that Drew wasn't hot at that. Like he was not at all.
fair, and I'm not going to disagree with you on that. What I'm saying is that Vince has a hard time forgetting the people that were there for him at his lowest.
Mhm.
He's rarely ever low. So when he's at his lowest, and the people he never forgets the people that are around him. But the proper business at that time was to do the job for Bobby Lashley, and he did it. We can sit here and debate the merits of how and why, but he did the job.
Hmm.
Since then, Drew has not really been on much of a roll. As a matter of fact, his contract was very much in doubt. But now we're here. Contract is good. Money's there. We're making dates. We're making shows. The argument going the other way now is he's hot as fuck.
I think he's hotter than he's ever
He's
been
hot
right
as
now.
fuck. I can make an argument he's hotter than Seth, and Seth's in the tag match. So we haven't done too many predictions as far as winners and losers here, and who cares? But in this match, I think cash in, no cash in, Damian, Seth, I don't give a fuck. Drew is walking out of this building on night 2, the world's heavyweight champion.
I agree.
I feel that way very, very strongly. I'm not booking the goddamn thing. I'm just saying I think it very much is going to happen that way. They're having their own conversation here. My buddy and I are from Pawtucket as well.
Oh shit! Look at that. The
Oh,
bucket's in the
small
house, man.
Small world.
Oh my god. McIntyre wins.
McIntyre
Screws.
wins.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Wow.
McIntyre wins and screws Cody on night 2 because Drew will have but Drew's
Wait.
match. Oh yeah, so he's gonna win the world title, but he'll fuck Cody later on the show, because Drew will will be the Raw champ. SmackDown needs a top champ. Cody wins. He switches to SmackDown. It's a lot of moving parts. I don't know.
Yeah, because Cody's on Raw, so that means he would have to move to SmackDown.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to want to take him off Raw, considering where Raw is headed at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So, because yeah, you got to keep the TV deals in mind. With Netflix right around the corner, they're going to need their top babyface on Netflix.
Yep.
I'm not entirely sure. I like the idea, but there's a lot of moving parts there, and a lot of stuff has to change for that to happen. I don't know what was said in the comments.
All
but
good, kid. That's a Rhode Island thing.
I don't know what was said in the comments, but Rhodey has activated and all pause to whatever's happening in there. He has played his pause trap card. Bam.
Yeah, there it is.
Everybody's gonna have to fucking pause right now.
It's wicked.
Seth has been
trash ever since the Turner Fates dropped the title.
You know what? I'm completely disagreeing with that assessment. I love this. You know what it is? The song. It's that song.
Whoa! Drew is only thing carrying this feud. Give him the gold. I can't.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Cannot disagree. Cannot disagree at all.
I think that's a little unfair for me because I think Seth has come a long way and he does do a good job. I think that this service is that he's so intertwined with the Cody Rhodes thing right now, is that we're not getting a proper feud. They're doing a good job, to me anyway, tying it together with the being distracted and you're not on my radar. That's cool. I'll buy it. But I think it would have held more weight if they were being a little bit more focused on each other, so that the way I feel, like you said, Drew carrying this, he literally is. He's the only one. It feels like he's the only one participating in it.
He's a fucking menace. I love him. He's feuding with himself because Seth has been cutting promos on the tag match for forever.
Mm-hmm.
So, Carol's back, Stone Cold all the way, baby. Yes.
Glass breaks.
As Santino said, it's WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
Anything's possible. The pre-74, this is the year of the baby faces. CM Punk is going to make Drew lose the match.
Oh.
He calls it out. Laugh out loud at Facebook. I'm the vacant. Yes. Listen, it's been an honor, sir. I appreciate your work. I really do. Vacant might be the most decorated professional wrestler of all time.
That's true. Very true.
We're going to have some hard feelings about this one, folks. We're going to make this one quick because Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. This is my
Rumble winner Bayley will be taking on the WWE Women's Champion Io Sky for the title. I feel so terrible. I feel so bad for these two because this has got no steam. This is like the one match where everyone's just like, all right. Does anybody see Io walking out of this building with the title?
God, no. If they could just like skip match and just have Bayley hold the belt, they would.
You know, in the video game in 2K, you can opt to skip entrance.
This is it.
Just to get the ball going on this. Let's just go. And I don't,
Bayley comes out in the Macho Man gear though.
Oh, listen,
brings it all the way babyface back.
It's not going to save what I can only assume will be Io, Kyrie, Asuka adapted pretty well, I think. But Kyrie and Io they have so much trouble with this particular style, and I don't listen. If I'm Io Sky, I have nothing but respect and love for the Puerto Rican community because the only reason she got here in the first place was that goddamn Backlash show where she was over like goddamn Rover for who knows what. And she hasn't gotten
lost it ever since. Yeah.
And there we go. I was just going to say something like that. Put this match on WWE Speed. Yeah. About 5 minutes will do. Bayley to Bayley. Let's get the hell out of here. Bayley for the win because Io, that's a unique way of spelling Io.
Io.
Been kind of boring, so they're going to move the belt around.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's almost to the point where I don't feel bad for Io. She's the champion. This is her responsibility. There's a reason why they put the belt on people. It's because you're showing them you can carry, and she's doing the opposite of that. I feel bad for Bayley because I don't care about Bayley only because of how much I don't care about Io. You know what I mean? It's like she's getting some of the trash splash, so to speak. And it's just like, I just want this to be over.
Garbage juice. Rhodey, the feud could have been so much better, and I agree actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. They need a
The more
story.
it is-
If there was any of these matches that needed a story build up, it's this one. And even then, I don't
Especially
think
because
it's
this is
enough.
your former like protege. This should have built on that, if anything.
I don't know about protege, but definitely she brought her into the
That's
main
what I'm
roster.
saying. Like Bailey was the reason why she's here, you know?
Carol's back.
Even
Step into a Slim Jim. Eat me, LOL. Yes. I don't know about the. You listen, my female fan base right now is pretty much stepping up. She's carrying you, fucks. Let's
Yeah.
go.
There you go.
Oh, here we go. Io and Bailey could have been such a good feud, though. I'm pissed they didn't build this up more. Can we? Is there a way to sit here and actually? Can I sell this to you guys that maybe with all these matches that we do have with amazing build up, all the good writers were spoken for? I don't know. Like what? I wonder why this particular match fell kind of through the cracks, so to speak. Um, I
They
don't. I
don't
don't.
believe in it, so I don't either.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there you go. That's a really good way of explaining that. Yeah. Here we go. What's this? It might be Bailey, EST, and Jada feud in the. I think he means Jade feud in the
Jade
future.
Cargill,
I
not
can see that.
Mhm.
Jada Smith.
No, I think he means
Jada
Jade.
Pinkett Smith.
Listen, don't
Jade,
bring.
Stop it.
Don't give
bring
my wife's
Jade
name out
in
your
here.
mouth. Slap one of the
Yeah.
five fingers in the face.
WWE, we slap bitches back. I'll slap
Yeah.
the hair back onto you. You better calm down.
Slap
I'll give,
the hair
I'll
back.
give you a whole head full of hair. You
Give
keep
you a
fucking with
fro.
me.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I feel bad because I really felt so happy when I read the card and found out that the shit was on night 2. I was like, oh, thank God. This was the other match that I felt like that, to be honest with you. Yeah, the phenomenal AJ
Oh, I
Styles
forgot about this
going
match.
against LA Knight, and I'm gonna go. God damn it, I'm gonna be that guy. I tell you right now, LA Knight was cooking.
He was, but once the Rock came back, like you guys said, that was it. You guys killed it. You just said it so eloquently.
It's hard to be a nostalgia act
Yep,
when the real thing comes back,
exactly.
and it don't, and not just comes back, but
His
it's
best
hitting
version ever.
It's hitting the way he's hitting,
Yeah.
and he wants to take the time out from this match, and I don't blame him because I'm probably going to do the same. But I'm a big AJ Styles guy. I have been for a long time. I'm the guy in 2009 that got killed when I was asked who my top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time was, and he was in there.
Oh,
They're like, come on, seriously? Michaels, Brett, Flair, you gonna put him in there? Yeah. And then what happened all these years later? Oh, we're all on board. He's pretty dope. Okay, cool. But this particular match, as much as I love the guy, and as much as I love how well that he's pulled, that photoshopped hair on him was absolutely perfect.
but it looks like he's taking a shit. Like, look
He
at it.
looks
Like,
like he's. If you look at his delts specifically, hold on. I wonder if I can. I can't illustrate. Right above the shoulder, where the bone meets the muscle, right there. That's called
Yeah.
strenuous. That right there will let you know that the diameter of the shit he's having is at least more than 3 inches. That's
Exactly.
a full-on turd right there. Because when you pull out a real sizable shit, you pull in. I don't know if you guys understand this, but the mechanics, you know how they said lift with your
knees.
legs. Yeah, lift with your
Yeah.
legs. You gotta shit with your chest.
Yeah,
You gotta-
and that's what he's
you
doing in
gotta
this picture.
upright. You gotta
He's like-
stand straight. Give yourself
Yeah.
a narrow pathway for your turd
Yeah.
to go down, and you just so that's what's happening here. He's got a full on. That's a 3 or 4 right there. That diameter of that
Category
turd
5
right
poop.
there,
Yeah.
right there. And LA Knight is look at his face. He's supporting him. He's like, you know what?
Good
AJ,
luck, buddy. You got this.
You got
You
this,
got
buddy.
You got this.
I
Yeah.
believe in you.
He's like, hey,
You're-
look at me. Got this, buddy.
You got this.
Push a little bit harder.
You are phenomenal. You can do this.
Phenomenal.
You're making a
You are
phenomenal
phenomenal.
shit. You can do this. Yeah, LA Knight really hasn't been hitting.
No, ever since
Here's
The Rock came back, it ruined him.
But that's fine because now, if anything, Rock being back, I think helps him because he's refreshed the audience on what that feel is like. So now, once the real thing steps away and we bring our our Stop and Shop cheese back into the house, it'll be oh, it's hitting again. Look at that. That's nice. It's nice. Okay. Wait, is it? Carol's back. Bad boys, ride or die. LOL. She's She's firing on all cylinders, boys.
Yeah.
She's carrying the load out here. Will somebody help? Carol can't carry this fucking show by herself, guys. Where's Charmaine?
Brody,
Where's
this is a
Charmaine
match
at?
filler bathroom break. Wow, there's a lot of bathroom breaks in this one.
I'm so
Night two-
blown that some
Night two is
people
not
feel that way.
vibing.
I think this is gonna be fine. It's gonna be good.
And that's my dude. I mean, yeah, fine.
I mean,
great.
they'll put on a
Andy,
good show. The two of
if
these
you-
guys,
if
for
you
sure.
had-
I don't feel that way about
Let me tell
LA
you
right
something.
now. He's still
Let me-
cooking, dude. I don't
let me
give
tell
a
you
fuck
something.
what nobody says.
You meet yourself a hot lady, and you convince her to have sex with you, and the next morning she looks you dead in the face and goes, "That's pretty good."
No. You can actually see the moment his heart is breaking.
So the Simpsons meme was like, and pause right here.
Yeah,
You see his
yeah.
face
You can see
right
that.
there.
I just like you as a friend, Ralph.
You should have had LA in the fight with Logan and Kevin. How dare you and replace the great Randy Orton?
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God, Carol, he's taking a 1 and a 2. Shit,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
He's letting
That
it all
looks
out.
like somebody who's dumping from both sides. Absolutely.
Yeah. He's sitting
Absolutely.
down for this one.
Good call there, Carol. I believe that that's true. This is the only bathroom break in the card in my eyes. Another one with the bathroom break. Oh no, it's he was the one who said it earlier. He said
Double
Yeah.
down, double down.
He's doubling down on it.
Yeah.
LA Knight deserved the title match at Mania. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, well,
Listen, no, stop. I agree.
Okay.
However,
Once the Rock came back, it fucked him.
however, the caliber of matches at that level that we have right now, it's one of those like top 5 and like he's number 6. It's not
Right.
that it's not that he shouldn't have one. It's just there's too many people. We have too
Mhm.
many.
There's
You-
too many
you
cooks
don't-
in the kitchen,
We
baby.
can't cut these guys to put you in. You're gonna have to take a
think
different match this
I
time.
think what
around,
really fucked
unfortunately.
LA Knight was Randy Orton coming back because that was a spot that he probably
Yeah, that's a
the
good
spot
point
he
too.
took. Guess he was touching my no spot. Uh-oh.
No.
Oh shoot, no.
Carol's out here just fucking wrecking you guys. Step the fuck up. LA Knight is cool, but Rock and Punk and Cody are just too over.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Yeah.
concur.
That's the best.
Randy
way
Orton
to
got a
do it.
title match at Mania, but not LA Knight. Nope, because LA Knight has been shadowed by the thing he.
I'll
There's
give
too
Priest
many
this.
giants right now.
I'll
Yeah.
give Priest this. I'll give Priest this. Orton has looked good since he's come back, but can we to Priest's point, can we make an argument that maybe this is like the Derek Jeter All-Star votes toward the end there, where it was just like, is he really that good, or are these legacy votes that he's getting to be in the All-Star thing?
Yes
Randy
and yes.
Randy Orton's been around a long
Yes
time.
and yes.
I don't know.
If you had a choice right now for Orton's entrance or LA Knight's entrance, which one you
Randy
pick?
Orton. Randy
Okay, so let's stop pretending here. Let's move to
I
the
hear voices in my head.
Let's stop pretending here. Listen, man,
you
you
go.
got you just
Nice.
Carol
too
just
many giants.
just very eloquently just writes tight.
Hi, Carol. Tight. Keep it tight, Carol. Keep it
I,
tight.
girl, do your thing.
Girl.
That's right.
Girl.
Do your thing. Since we're all shitting on the triple threat match, fuck it. We're talking United States Championship. We already kind of broke this one down just a second ago. Apparently, everyone's upset that Orton's in this match in the first place. You know what's funny? I was upset Kevin got in this match. No,
Yeah,
I know
because he
that,
already beat Kevin.
well, not just that. I know that Kevin and him have been in the program, and they had their match, which wasn't really all that bad. I was interested to see what Logan Paul can do with a Randy Orton one-on-one.
Yeah.
I was curious. I was just like, I don't know. I really wanted to see how that goes. The Priest, the crowd overhyped Randy Orton. His back is messed up. LA Knight need that title. I don't think he needs it
No,
yet.
not yet. He's not
Not
there.
yet. Let's build him a little more. Let's
In
build him
this
some
point
more.
in time, right now, no one's taking this belt off of Logan Paul.
Nope.
Oh,
Logan got that
look at the comment.
contract.
Look at the comment.
Logan's retaining, yeah.
Broly
100%.
knows his-
I totally agree.
Brody knows
Say
his
what
shit.
you want,
Logan is retaining
bro.
100%. We
Say
are on
what you
the same
want
page,
about
Rody.
Logan, bro. He's made for this.
It's
and
that
he
Rhode
is
Island mindset,
drawing
baby.
Too much money for the company right now, dude.
You know what Logan Paul feels like? Did anybody else see the John Gotti documentary on Netflix?
Yeah, actually, I saw pieces of it. My
Saw
wife was
pieces.
watching it. Yeah.
There's a point where toward the end where John Gotti got off on another case. You know, Teflon Don. This guy couldn't go to jail for nothing. And the neighborhood came out to his home to celebrate him that he got away with it, and he got off. And the reporters were talking to all the people. and they talked to this one dude, and they were just like, do you know him personally? Do you support this man? He goes, I love John. He's a great man. And the guy goes, well, what about all those murders? He goes, what murders?
Yeah, I remember that.
Hey, bada
same-
bing.
That's the same thing I feel about Logan Paul. I love Logan Paul. But what about all those scams? What scams? I don't care about the
You
scams.
just drink your prime juice and keep moving, okay?
Scam me.
Yeah. You didn't take my fucking money. Except
Nope.
for when I bought them tickets to see him wrestle.
That's it.
That's the only time that shit happened. Yep, Carol's back. Go, George, the animal steel. Hell yeah. Hey, just for that, I really hope someone does buy the turnbuckle while we're out there.
There we go.
For that. Logan only going to retain because SummerSlam's in his hometown, but he might lose his title at SummerSlam. That's fair. I'll take that. It also buys us a few more matches with him, hopefully one-on-one with some other main event talent.
Yeah.
Let's see
Well,
what
I'm
happens.
open
from
to
that.
the idea.
Maybe-
The question is always going to be to who.
Logan Paul
Out of
most
nowhere
media
meme.
superstar versus the out of nowhere meme, and then
Out of nowhere.
and then Kev, and then Kev,
And then Kev.
and then Kev. Kev's there too. I feel so bad for Kev because Kev didn't have any momentum coming into this WrestleMania,
Nope.
like at all. So I was just like, yeah, we're gonna take what we can get from it. Speaking of no momentum, man, I'm feeling really down about night 2.
Yeah, night 2 doesn't sound as good.
I'm
It's
feeling
just the
pretty
main
good about
event. Is the
9-1,
only thing
so
I
I can
really.
hold you.
Oh wow, I forgot about this one.
So I actually, you know, it's so funny.
Dusted Paul Ellering
You
on.
guys have no idea how hard I had to work to find this graphic because I didn't
Oh.
realize this shit existed. The 6-man Philadelphia street fight. How many people in this room knew the? Hold on, this is a good question. Let me go back. Orton is selling the back injury, right? As a gimmick, according to him, he's straight. So he's according to him, he's working. So we'll see. But how many people in the room knew that Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits and BFAB, that their group was named the Pride? I did not know that.
What? I thought it was something else.
I did not know that. This is what I found that out on the website.
I thought it was something business, like
No, that was the Hurt Business with
The
Shelton
Hurt Business,
Benjamin,
yeah.
and then that's a different
I
group.
thought he just got rid of Shelton and then had these two. Oh, these guys are younger, so I'm gonna get they're the new Hurt Business.
Oh, the Priest over here, another one. This is definitely a bathroom break match. There's gonna be a lot of pissing on night 2. I don't know what to tell
Everybody be drinking them salt pills. Yeah, everybody pissing.
Oh my god.
The placebo or the salt pill.
We've got Karrion Kross in the AOP against Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I gotta tell you, and maybe it's me, maybe I'm just a pessimist. I don't know. But every time Triple H brings back these NXT people, and yes, I'm looking at you, AOP.
Yeah.
They do no fucking business for the WWE, like at all.
And Karrion Kross too.
Like, yeah, oh yeah, there's another one. And to be fair, I was a huge Karrion Kross guy when he was Killer Kross.
Yeah.
I was a huge Killer Kross guy. I was like, man, if he winds up in WWE, he's gonna do some crazy shit.
Nope.
Nah.
And then they were like, you know what'll help? Paul Ellering. And it was like,
What?
Paul Ellering has been relevant.
I almost snapped just now. Let me woosah for just a second. Woosah. What the fuck does he do?
Yeah.
What does he do?
He comes out in the beginning. He doesn't even walk all the way to the ring. He's just like, go get him, guys.
I'm having a hard time having to explain to people who the fuck he is. Because people are like,
And he's old now too, right?
holy shit, yes. And he's got like one eye. Did you hear the story about the one
No.
eye? With the he did the Iditarod with the dogs like years ago. You know, in the snow with the dogs, and they pulled the thing, and his fucking eyeball froze. He lost his fucking eye.
Wow.
So he's a one-eye old man that doesn't even. I listen. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Paul Ellering. He was the manager of Legion of Doom. He's
Yeah,
goated
exactly.
in my. He's a goat in my. He's in the goat.
Except when they brought up that fucking doll. This could be good for the Legion of Doom. No, motherfucker. No.
Stop it. Jesus fucking Christ. Win from Fight Steen Fight to Fight Owen Fight to Be There, Kev, Be There. Sorry, I'm back. Go Carol. Yeah, go Carol.
Go
I'm
Carol.
all about Carol right now. Good question. Where is MVP? Holy fuck.
Chilling.
Oh,
His
Jesus
back was
Christ.
hurting from all that fucking carrying he was doing.
Apparently,
Yeah.
Carol is 81 years old.
Paul Ellering is 71.
71. Carol was close. She said
Yeah.
80.
It's 71.
Oh my God.
He was born in 19.
And this is going to be a
the same
fucking
age as my dad.
Jesus. Manuel.
Manuel. Manuel.
Oh my god. Oh, by the way, how's my lady Virginia doing?
Oh, Mom Dove is doing great. I have to get new batteries for her wheelchair. You thought I was going to say something else, didn't you?
You
Yeah,
gotta
no.
get a bisexual Damian Priest meme going so I can include that shit somewhere.
Yeah. I'll make one.
MVP is bald now. Is he really? Did he cut his hair off?
Is
Oh
he?
no, it's like Samsonite. Or
Mm.
Samson?
Yeah, Samson.
Is Samsonite like a product or something like that?
No, Samsonite's the suitcase, but Samson.
Okay, there it
Yeah.
is. Either way, neither one of them has hair.
Mm-hmm.
There goes that. Anybody got anything positive to say about this?
Um.
So
We need
thrown
to
together,
talk
and I'm
about
like,
the next one. This
It's
is
let's
really
just
a
keep
piss
going.
break.
Yeah.
Yeah,
holy
seriously.
fuck, that's bad.
It's
Oh,
funny
Yeah,
that
night
you
2 is
said
not
that
going to be.
Drew.
I'm just going to watch the main event and
It's
Seth.
funny that you said that Drew did
Oh,
the
yeah.
job for
Bobby Lashley's
Bobby.
Holy
career to
shit,
And look
take
at
off.
him now.
Our next match is the last fucking match. You just said I'm gonna watch the main event. Well, fuck it, here we go.
There we
The
go. Thank
American
God.
Nightmare, Cody Rhodes against the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. It's all on the line. Now, let's go back to our previous conversation. I said that I was holding off on my discussion until we got here. I'm going to agree to some degree with some of our commenters. I do believe that night one is obvious. The Rock and Roman Reigns are winning that first fucking night. That's my opinion. Okay. But here's why it's my opinion. If they win, that makes the Cody match against Roman, this match we're talking about here, that makes that a Bloodlines rules match. They gave us a taste of what that would look like on Monday on purpose, right?
Mhm.
Two men started, all of a sudden, little by little,
Everybody
here
else
comes
came.
bloodline, shit happens, right? Here's my call. Everyone in the comments likes to have a little shock value. I waited till the end. Here's my shock value. Roman and Rock, to me, are winning night one. It's going to put Cody in a Bloodlines rules match against Roman. We're going to stack the deck. And my prediction for the main event here, Rock will cause Roman to lose this match.
Oh, that's what I said earlier. Yeah.
Cody will finish his story. And now, put this microphone closer, we'll have a fucking reason for Roman versus The Rock.
Yeah.
As opposed to, let's just have a dope match together.
Yeah.
No, you fucked me at WrestleMania. I was the longest reigning champion of the modern era. I'll say it to you again. It was Bruno. It was Bob Backlund. It was Pedro Morales. It was Hulk Hogan. And it was Roman Reigns.
Yep.
And you fucked that up.
Mm-hmm. It could have been.
The Rock claims to be the tribal chief because of his success. And no one can doubt DJ's success. But the true business of the family is professional wrestling. And as far as the family business goes, I was far more successful than you. Don't hate, because I was far more successful than everybody else too.
Mm-hmm.
And you ruined that. Cody didn't finish his story by beating me. He finished his story because you allowed him to finish his story. And then I'm sure after WrestleMania, he's got movies, he's got projects, he's going to disappear. So is the tribal chief. We got a long game to play. Rock's already proven he can deliver on a 1-year program.
Mm-hmm.
Did it with John Cena. And we all still agree with that is a code word that from now on I want you to keep that going.
I'll save it away for it.
Like every other podcast. They've asked today. We're just going to keep going with that. And so I think that's the story that we're telling here. I think it gives them something. I think it kills two birds with one stone. Cody gets to finish that story because, as my brother and I have said 1,000 times, there is no existence on this planet where Cody loses on Sunday and remains a main event player in WWE.
No, he's squashed.
It's fucking done.
Mm-hmm.
He would struggle to beat Logan Paul at this point. The U.S. title. We'd have to bring back 205 Live and have him cut weight.
Oh my God.
He's done. It's done. It's over. Has to win. Has to. Forget your fandom for just a second. For business sake, he's got to win this match. Has to. It's just a matter of how we do it. We're back here. Roman continues his story. Next chapter, Hogan's record.
Oh shit.
Oh, Roman continues his. That was I think that was you, right, Pombo, who was like, "Yeah, we got to get the Hogan."
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Thing will come back to fuck Roman or Cody's brother Goldust. Man, Carol was on it. Whatever Carol is either smoking or drinking, please pass it my way. And I'm not saying that because you're wrong. I'm saying it because you sound like a whole lot of fun, and I want to be just as fun as you one day. Sorry to say the tribal chief couldn't lose this match. He already said if he loses, he's gone. Well, I think he would be gone because I think he needs to be gone for whatever personal reasons that he has. But I think the story would be built in here if they did it that way. If Cody wins here, I might stop watching.
Perfect.
WWE.
Thank you. You segued me right into my big question for the night. All right, here we go. I am convinced that Cody wins here. I think they've invested way too much into Cody. He's on the cover of the wrestling game. They've invested a lot into Cody. Now, let's say he does win. It's over. He had his moment. He finished the story, whatever that means. Because if someone else wins you the title, is that finishing the story? I digress. Cody is our new champion.
Right.
And I want everybody to chime in the chat, and I want you guys to chime in on what you think, because I kind of hinted at this question a few weeks ago. Can Cody be the face of the company?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll make the argument he
Really?
already is.
Yeah, he's already doing. Yeah,
I think he's already is.
He's already doing it.
He's doing all the media.
No, the fuck he is not.
He's
He
not?
is not. No. Has Roman not taught you anything? When you're in his presence, it doesn't matter who you are. Jey Uso, it doesn't matter who you are.
Damn.
You are getting the splash, and it's more than a splash.
Jay's over
My
here
question
catching
is,
strays.
once you remove The Rock, once you remove Roman, once you remove the bloodline and the heat, what is he fucking giving you? I don't think he can do it. His promos are lackluster. He repeats himself often. He stutters a lot. Now, give him chance to grow, because like I said at the beginning of this, I wasn't a fan of Roman either. And here I am singing his praise. And I think a lot of the big champions had that too when they first got it. Obviously, they deserve the belt, but like, can they do it? And then they do it for the most part. But I struggle seeing Cody being at that level when the already developed talent is gone and he's the only one in front of the camera.
But you posed the question earlier. So now that you're saying this, I'll repeat the question to you. If not Cody, who?
Mm-hmm.
I've been the one saying from Jump Street, nobody. And unironically,
Nobody.
Tag me and I'm coming in to save the WWE.
Unironically, back when we were doing the pod before, we were having this conversation about who will he drop the belt to, and we were both like, and you go, well, I know one person, but I don't know how I feel about it, and you said Cody, and he's been the only one that has come this close that was believable because of all the story built up behind it. That to me is the problem. The story is so good that once everyone a part of this story is gone, Cody goes nowhere to me.
No, I think he's going to have great opportunities to feud with a lot of other people.
I kind of half agree with what Dave is saying, because right now Cody is swimming with a lot of big fishes.
Yeah.
Right. So even if he's not doing the heavy lifting, at the very least we can say he's carrying his weight. Right. Mm-hmm. He's not sandbagging this whole fucking thing down. If anything, if we're going to look at the four, the one who doesn't fit is Seth. Right. So we'll admit to that. Right.
I'll give you that.
But I think what Dave's point really is that once there's no Rock, because we're all singing Rock's praises as well. Oh, this has been a great Rock to watch. And but he's doing that with Cody, right?
Right.
When there's no Rock, when there's no Roman, and it's just Cody alone,
no Paul Heyman
atop the mountain,
no,
right?
No one.
Who are the contenders? What are the stories that we're talking about telling? He obviously can't be a short-term champion. He doesn't have to reign for a year, but he can't reign for a month, right?
No, he's going to be
beating Roman Reigns.
No, he has to go to the next WrestleMania.
He's got to roll through. Yeah, he's got to roll.
He's got to roll through to the next WrestleMania.
But the question now becomes, I think the way that Dave rolled it out was actually kind of perfect. It's like, well, then who? The reason why I feel so confident, and before I forget it, this is great too. I think Brandon wrote this. Rock about to catch a pedigree on night 2. That's unless it's coming from Seth or Cody, it's not coming from where you think it is because of his heart.
Yeah,
I
you
hate
leave
how
my man
that's
out of this.
right.
he
He's
has
got
a,
the
Protect that
heart
he
man
has
at
a
all
pain in
costs.
his he has a pain in his chest and it can't breathe. He can't do it. He can't do it. Your boy here, fuck Cody. Uh, Cody's like
Cody's
Charles
like,
Barkley. He can't beat Jordan in the finals. Dang.
wow. No, I think Cody's getting.
To my point with Kara earlier, pass, give. I love
There
it.
you go. There it
She
is.
knows the
Honesty.
rules. She knows the rules.
She,
She
the
knows the
honesty.
rules. She loves us, guys.
All right. We love you.
We love you some.
Yay.
We love you. We love us some Carol, baby. We love us some Carol. Priest says it here. Same if Cody wins. I'm done watching LOL. The bloodline got me watching WWE after years. Fair, but I'll retort with this. The bloodline has to lose at some point.
Yeah. There's
So if
got to
your
be a
issue
time
was
where it's
Cody, I understand, but you got to give us, like I'm asking him, like who,
done.
right?
Yo, you've got
Hogan
Jay.
next, baby. Hogan. Like we don't have to end now.
Hogan.
We don't
Right.
have to end now.
Acknowledge our tribal chief, LOL.
No, I think it's time to build up some new folks to do it. He will absolutely not be able to carry the company, which is why I may stop watching.
He's on
I
the same
think he
page with
will.
you, Dave. He's on the same page with you.
No,
Come
I
on,
think he'll
bro.
do it.
Jin
Knee
freaking
Highway.
Ping. Jin freaking Ping, not the Jin freaking Ping, is it? Oh my God, not from the famous Ping brothers. Is that you? Oh man, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming.
Bloodline
Bloodline
Rules.
rules match.
Oh, that's
Tonga
right,
Tonga.
Tommy Tonga. I forgot about that guy.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if he's a surprise for the Mania, the Raw after Mania.
Yeah,
But I don't think he gets involved in the main event. That's a lot happening all at once.
I like the feud and I get the excitement, but I don't find Cody particularly likable. Once he wins, the chase is over. And does he keep his popularity? Cena used to be over. Oh, he said it.
And his name is John Cena.
That's the code. Oh my God! I feel like this is
telling you,
PB. This is like PB Herman's Funhouse. He said the magic word. Okay, so I'm getting the overall vibe that
Telling
I don't
you,
think,
bro.
I don't think that it's an issue with Cody winning so much as
Then what?
where do you go after? Okay,
It's like all the right to life women, the crazy on the far right. They finally overturned Roe versus Wade. Now what?
well,
Now the rest of the country's pissed off and they don't want to hear that shit.
if
Cody-
Cody
Exactly,
wins the story,
Priest,
then what? Same
exactly.
blame promos without the blood. My God, it looks like Joe. We're being outnumbered here. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
I'm telling
surprised.
dude, you can see it in the promos.
Dave
that's
is the
happening
voice of the
right now.
voiceless. He's
When
speaking for the
Cody-
people.
When Cody is in the ring by himself, I don't dislike it. But as I'm watching it, I'm going, is this what I'm gonna have to watch for the next year? I'm giving him grace to grow. I'm not saying no. I just don't see it.
Maybe
Not-
they do.
what
They
are the
can build
odds?
up something with Judgment Day. You got Finn Balor. You got Damian Priest. You got a lot of people that are
What are
roaring.
the
Come
odds?
on.
Let me ask this question. Not just to you, Dave, but apparently you have a lot of supporters in the comics now that are supporting your case. So allow me an opportunity to ask this question aloud. What? Because you're all basing the what after question on what you're seeing currently.
Mhm.
What if? And I'm just playing devil's advocate. What if the Cody you're seeing is because of the competition he's against? If you take The Rock out, if you take Roman out, and now it's just him atop the mountain with a fresh set of contenders, what if that leads us to see a different Cody? What
You
if
mean
we
his-
see an evolution? What if we see maybe the reason why you're not impressed by these promos is because he's going against promo guys, and
think
he
that's
is
fair.
nervous, and he is nervous because he feels that change coming. I'm going to be in charge of all this. Damn it, am I ready? He's got the thoughts in his head. Once he's climbed Everest and the achievement has been made, and those two mountains are out of the way, and it's clear sailing. What if? And you said it yourself a second ago. When you first saw Roman, you didn't get it.
Mm-mm.
He had to change,
Mhm.
make some tweaks. Now you get it. I will say this to you, all of you in the comments that are jumping all over Cody. At least give him the chance to see if he can tweak.
Absolutely.
If he
Absolutely.
can't tweak, kill him. He's like, yeah, go for it. I'm all for it. I'm just saying, don't just sit here and go, I'm going to stop watching wrestling simply because he won. Stop watching wrestling because he won and he shit the bed.
Mm.
That would be a good reason for me. Imagine MJF come. No. Don't get yourself too hype about that kind of stuff.
Don't
Don't get me wrong. It still sold merch and made money, but it was
This-
mixed reactions instead
Instead
of
of full support. There you go.
It'd
It would
awesome
be
MJF.
awesome. Another MJF comment. No. We're not doing that. although, can I go back for a second? Actually, what he just said there with the oh no, can I go back up? I can. Okay, here we go. Just said I didn't catch this part. It would be awesome if MJF shows up after at Raw after Mania and feuds with Cody. I don't believe MJF is coming to WWE. If he was, that would be dope. That would be an easily explained situation to bring MJF into the fold. Would be the history with Cody. And I know people are going to say, "Well, that's an AEW
Nah,
thing.
fuck
We don't
that.
care about
No.
WWE."
Fuck that. No, we passed that. We don't. You and I don't give a fuck what you think about MJF. He ain't big enough for that. Nah.
Look at
we
this
good.
flex by Brandon. No one can get me to stop watching because I'm already not watching. It's only online clips when I'm doom scrolling, baby.
Hell yeah, he's committed.
Oh my god. Tama Tonga and Cody have history with Bullet Club. A
Oh,
lot of you in the comments are new to my show, so I'll say it to you guys here so we're on the same page. Fuck Bullet Club. I don't give anything. I don't give a shit about Bullet Club. We don't want a crybaby champion. Fair point. Fair point. I don't think Cody needs to grow. I think he's a better. I just think he's better as a heel. I don't think there are many good baby faces in general. Another fair point. That against that. All caps. Cody failed at AEW. WWE hyped him up so much, and with the bloodline, gave Cody his big push. I'm not going to disagree that he failed at AEW, but at the same time, and this is probably not even going to be a good defense for Cody, but Cody had his own thing going. A lot of the stuff that
You
Cody
can say the
did,
word. It's agenda. He had his own agenda.
he had his
Yeah.
own agenda. He knew what he wanted to do, and he was in
Every
charge
one
of
of
his
those
own,
people.
he was in charge of his own shit. When I tell you this, I mean this from the bottom of my heart because I know people that work at AEW. From the moment AEW started, it was all audition tape for WWE. The point of AEW for him was to get back to WWE because all he needed to do was prove to them he could do it at a high level.
But he didn't.
But
This
that's
is
the
why
thing.
I'm so confused because when we
But this
originally
is-
talking about
but
Cody
this
and
is the thing.
AEW, we hated him.
Okay, but this is the thing. You say he didn't.
He
Vince
didn't.
McMahon got on a plane and went to this man's house and
And he
gave
said,
him
bring out the Brock Lesnar.
and said, "I'll give you everything."
And I
Yeah.
promise you that if Vince was still where he was then, this match would not be happening. Because even we said
know about
it's a
that.
Vince ultimate brain manipulation to just crush him again on live TV.
I have a
for
feeling
doing
if
what he
Vince would
did.
have still been in charge, Cody would have won last year. So I agree with you. We wouldn't be in this match because I don't think Cody would have lost last year. I think that was a Triple H call because I think Triple H understood how pissed everybody would be, which everybody was, which is what's so crazy about this particular matchup. Last year, I said Cody shouldn't win because the emphasis was on Roman, not on Cody. I said it last year. I said if Cody wins, they won't be happy that he won. They'll just be happy Roman lost because that's how much that belt was in jeopardy at the time. He had just come off the Pac injury, which he spent most of the year on the injured list. Showed up out of nowhere, won the Royal Rumble, went right into a title match with Roman. He's not over with the audience like that. They're going to boo the shit out of him. That scenario that everyone keeps coming up with about him not being able to succeed after the championship match is exactly what I thought was going to happen last year. 1 year goes by. He busts his ass. He's got the Lesnar feud. He's done some things. He gets back into the Royal Rumble. I don't care what CM Punk says because CM Punk says that it wasn't an audible. I don't care what anybody says. There's no way you're telling me he was supposed to win that. Even based on the way that it was executed, it didn't seem that way. But he did. And he's in the match again. And I thought in my head, hey, he was up for a full year. He's been busting his ass. Good for him. Let's see him get a title win. And now I do this podcast and everybody's like, no, fuck him. All right, well, then then we got nothing. Because he's the guy we've been building. And everybody's like, well, it shouldn't be him. Then what? He's going to retire the fucking champion? What is the deal? It definitely, that he's going to beat Bruno. He'll be champion for 7 more years. Because what the fuck?
Yeah.
There's nobody else. If as hot as he is, if he's not him, there's nobody else. Who? Braun Breaker? No, not yet. Drew?
Damian Priest.
What happens if Damian Priest cashes in on Cody?
How about what?
No, that wouldn't
Can
happen.
you imagine if Damian cashes in on Cody?
It still kills Cody. Cody has to walk out of that building with the belt.
No, I know. I'm just saying he would have to beat Damian too. Just an
I don't
extra.
think that gets heat on. I don't think that gets heat on Damian. I think that gets
No, that doesn't get heat on Damian.
I
No,
think that gives.
that's what I was leaning at. That's his
If,
next
if
nemesis.
if Cody defeats Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and the pyro goes off and the confetti hits the ground and Damian comes out and beats Cody for the title, the person who walks out of Philadelphia with heat is Triple H.
Oh,
It's not going to be Damian Priest
mm.
because it'll be, all right, then what the fuck are we doing? Because
We did all this for nothing.
we did all this for that. You
No,
might
I
as
don't
well
mean. I mean,
cash in on Roman.
what I mean is he does an unsuccessful cash in, and then just builds up a heat.
Oh, I was
on
going under the assumption that you're talking about a title.
No. I don't mean a successful cash. I'm saying he loses.
How's this for a pitch? Carol says,
Kevin Sullivan beat up Roman Reigns, and Miss Liz will come back with it. Wow,
Okay,
that
so-
is some.
as great as the booking is a sound on paper, there's a
lot of
large
people.
amount of resurrection taking place.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I only have enough mana for one raid.
Yeah, I know.
Can't get 'em all.
I don't have.
I can't
There's
get 'em
not
all.
enough necromancers, I think, in the game today to pull that off in time for Saturday or Sunday. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But no, I'm saying, listen, you can ask my co-host. I used to be one of the biggest Cody Rhodes stands until he took away the greatest main event.
Greatest main event in Mania history. Jesus.
And
Priest
even
says,
that's still
"You
a
can see
question.
that
I
Damian
would
versus
love to know the documentary story that if this was planned or did someone fumble and it just worked out.
which is the conversation. I can't wait until the shoot, like 10 years from now, when the shoot interviews hit the net, where it's just like, yeah, no, none of that stuff is supposed to happen. I can't.
Cody
fucking-
fucked all that
wait.
up.
I cannot fucking wait. Priest says it. I can see that Damian versus Roman right there. Boom.
Mm.
And I'll say this the last one. I like Cody. I want him to win. I'm rooting for him. Just waiting for the fans to turn on him, just like they turn on everyone else. What was it? The word fickle.
Yes.
Fickle. You're fickle fans.
Yes.
Don't give me a 5-minute entrance and I'll be all right.
Folks, this was a lovely night. I got more interaction tonight than I have in on a lot
Yeah,
of
it was
those
great.
previous podcast lives that we did. I appreciate all you guys for coming out. Carol, you're the best. Rhodey, we got to link up. Priest, thanks for coming out. Brandon pretty much should have just hit the fucking link and come in.
Yeah, exactly.
He should have. If he's just gonna talk shit all night.
You know
Louis,
what? If we know Brandon,
Jackson,
he's probably there having more fun knowing that he could have, but he didn't. And he's sitting there holding his phone,
he'll
laughing.
do it.
The entire
He'll
time,
Brandon. Yeah.
drinking his
Brandon.
wine.
First of all, comment of the night for me, Jen freaking Ping. I can't believe it. From the famous Ping family, ladies and gentlemen, we're hitting all the waves here. Joe,
Yeah.
you'll be watching the program from home.
I will. My cousin and my uncles are coming over.
Hopefully not sober.
Oh no, I'll be sober. I don't drink anymore.
You
I've turned CM Punk. No, except I have no tattoos.
fucking vagina. All right, fine.
Yeah, I'm turning over a new leaf because I like my liver, and all the years of me heavily drinking had caught up to me. So I am turning a new leaf because I'd like to extend my life a little bit longer than other family members.
Jesse wants to remind me. Remember, it's Philly. It's a hill city.
Mm.
May I also remind you, Jesse, that I can promise you only maybe 40-45% of the people in that building are from Philly.
Yep.
This is going to be a different type of audience. This ain't a Phillies home game. We're not watching an Eagles game. This is worldwide, baby. This building is going to be filled with people from all over the fucking place.
Mostly Saudi Arabia.
Thank you guys for chiming in and in the comments in the show. I did walk past that because he's a racist. And,
It's just they can afford it. It's crazy. Take
I
it.
know, I just
You know how
wanted
much
to-
they charge? I mean, you guys know you bought them.
I know, we did Carol says, "Love you guys. You're the best." We love you, Carol. Man, you guys.
Yeah,
are
you're
awesome
awesome, Carol.
tonight. You guys are great. One parting note before I go, and it goes back to your WrestleMania 10 comment. I said this on the show. Dave remembers I said this on the show, I think last week. I'll repeat it a little bit here. I grew up with this shit.
Same.
I've been blessed to be a part of the business for a long time. But I grew up with this. This is a huge thing for me. I've been watching WrestleManias for as long as there's been WrestleManias. And WrestleMania 10 was at the Garden. You went to that one.
I went to that one.
My
Thank you,
mother, my
Honey Beth.
mother, very strongly wanted us to go to WrestleMania 10 at the Garden. Financially and scheduling wise, we couldn't make it. And I remember this was 1994. I remember
Mhm.
her coming to me and saying, one day we're gonna go to WrestleMania. It's gonna be a great time. We're gonna have a great time. And that was WrestleMania 10. And our family has always stayed tight knit, and the wrestling's always been there. And my mother is not doing so well with her health,
Oh, sorry.
and it's been a tough time. But this Saturday, 30 years after she told us one day we're gonna go, we're going.
Amazing.
It's my brother, it's my two sisters, it's my wife, it's my son, it's my mother. We're all gonna be in this building.
House of O in the row.
The house in one row.
In one row. The House of O in a row. Yeah.
It's
That's
just
amazing.
above we're row 5, just above the floor.
Oh my
So
God.
we've
That's
got
amazing.
a clear shot, bam, right there. It's almost like they're wrestling in front of a really big TV. It's gonna be right in
Yeah,
front of
that's awesome.
and it's gonna
You
be
must have that Saudi Arabia money right now.
well, but it's gonna be an amazing night for me personally. I know Dave it's gonna be a pretty special night for you. You're gonna be enjoying the night as well. And I just wanted to put this out there before I go that WrestleMania, and I've made the joke, Joe, you've heard me say this joke 1,000 times, but I'll still say that it's more than a joke for me. WrestleMania is my holy day of Sabbath. It's my church. One day a year, every year, I have the greatest day of my life. I'm married to a wonderful woman. I have a beautiful son. I have a great career. All those things are fighting for second place. And that's not a disrespect to my family. They know the deal. This was all said to them when they signed the deals, okay? Except for my son. He was born into it. But that's how
He
important
had
this
no choice.
particular show is to me. WrestleMania every single year is the most important day of the year. I'll not watch wrestling all year, but I will watch this show. I do watch wrestling every day, but I'm just saying as a point, this is the one that I would absolutely go to. So I want to wish everyone out there a great WrestleMania weekend. Have some fun. I know Carol's going to be at Yep, I Like Wrestling. I was joking earlier. I'm not one of those podcast hosts. I support all wrestling and I support all wrestling podcasts. If you're going to head out to a bar, drink responsibly. If you're going to be at home, drink like a maniac. Do whatever it takes to have a
Or
good time.
drink
This is going to be
nothing.
an amazing 2 nights. This is going to be an amazing 2 nights. Whoever you're with, cherish this. This is going to be great. So this weekend is going to be by far the greatest night of my life. I've been stressed out all week because of work stuff and even tonight with the technical difficulties with this. But tomorrow after I get out of work, we're not even coming home. The car is going to be packed already.
You gotta have snacks.
We got
Okay.
everything. We're gonna pick up my son from after school, and he's near the highway. We're heading to the highway. We're driving to this motherfucker's house, and we're gonna party, and we're gonna watch some wrestling, and we're gonna go crazy. And then the next day, greatest fucking day ever, and I can't really possibly fucking wait. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for enjoying. Thank you guys for being a part of this podcast. We'll see you very soon. Good night, everybody.
His name is John Cena.
And I'll leave you with this. Oh, wait. Put the volume up.
Mic drop. Wait a minute. This is too much. Cooking it like a pro. Wrap it up, everybody. Show's over.